How the fuck could anything else actually have happened? But like, I didn't expect it to happen so fast. I think my mic's probably running a little bit hot. I tend to lean forward when I get fucking excited. Enjoy that Thunder Shield, I guess. Alright, hit me with everything. Give me your best. Nope. Those are all getting fired backwards as somebody tries to line up for the bridge. Oh, good. Good. You know what? We're just gonna rock out for a bit here. Put a banana in kind of a nondescript location and chill out. Ooh, that was really fucking dirty placement. That's fucked up. Dunbarry and large net games. Did you mean terrorism? Ooh, I'm the best.
I finally caught up with you.
Entirely luck? Ah. That adjustment was not very good. Alright, let's get the hell out of dodge. Fucking mash this one so I can actually get it out. Didn't help. Yeah. The fucking finish line horns are working about as well as I expected them to. I think in the next version of this, I will probably put in some kind of condition that reduces horns to half volume. If the race is already over. Like, if you're mashing horn past this finish line, your horns play at half volume. Because post-race mashing is, like, it gets way more intense than any other time in the game, so maybe something is required. I'm just shilling kart crew. Hope you don't like having ears. There we go. Seems like a suitable title for this stream. I also sort of want to do some kind of fucking... I want to do some kind of ghetto spectator rotation script, where if the server's at max capacity, then after every race it bans a random person for 60 seconds. Cole says, Discord chat for today or nah? I don't know. I feel like today I kind of want to focus on the communication emergence that happens when hornmod is given to a bunch of randos. Ooh! Alright. Alright, don't fuck it up. I always take this wide because I'm too stupid to actually do the middle cut. What horn do I have? Okay, good. That's a top tier horn. Fucking kabuki, yo. I forgot I put that in here. I like that line, so I'm gonna fucking poison it for everybody else. The Rug says, I'm here to clap at sounds I recognize. Shit, he should have had me put a fucking Zero Ranger horn in. Ooh, that's bad. Yep. M is always on my ass. I can't slip for a moment or they'll overtake me. Very, very strong. And the cool thing is that I have a pretty positive mental image of them because they play Akko, so I always interpret them as fucking cute little mage girl. That's the secret, is that if you play cute characters, people project that onto you like 95% of the time. Or it could just be me. Or I could just be Potato. Ooh, can I actually hit that? There we go. Yeah. Aw. The Thunder Shield was stolen just as my master plan came to fruition. I probably need to reduce the volume of the Zor horn. That is a little bit ridiculous. I think it's the only horn in the entire group that's actually like minus 0.0 for the full duration of the sound, which is authentic to its source, but Hikari says, nice gamepad overlay. Thanks. Nen says, it's native to the game. Not this one, actually. This one was done by Friday. He put this together as a side project, built it out of a input display that he was doing for a game engine project. And after I expressed interest, he fucking marked it up into something that could be thrown into OBS. And since I'm tryharding today, I thought like some kind of input display might be cute. So you can see triggers, stick, D-pad. Forgot that I had a whole bunch of chat binds on D-pad and the best. Hikari says, use it to cover the bottom half of your camera? I don't know, that's always, like, I literally tried that on the overlay before I went live. I don't like it. It feels cramped. I'm already kind of reducing the camera to, like, fucking smallest possible strip. It's weird. If you give yourself a fucking camera from, like, top of head to chin, it's a really weird effect. You get fucking disembodied head weirdness. People, it's not comfortable to look at. You need, like, body context. Plus, I fucking do this with my arms a lot, which is important for emotional conveyance. Alright, let's see it. Also, I probably need to do something about the Ketsui death scream. That horn is like 6 seconds long and really muddy, so it doesn't actually sound very good in context, but it is really funny anyway. I specifically use the Ketsui version instead of just a generic fucking Howie scream. Ah. Leslie asks, how are the games going? Going alright. Playing in large lobbies is so different from the small lobbies that I've been playing for the past couple of days. Oh, god damn it! Jacked my items too, at least it's on the fucking moving sidewalk. Hikari says, why don't you use triggers for acceleration / deceleration? Well, mostly because in this game, like, I'm not convinced that analog acceleration and deceleration is actually all that important. I've got muscle memory from Mario Kart 2, which is a large part of it. It would feel super unnatural for me for the first couple of hours, switching from RT to drift to like a face button to drift. I'm not actually entirely sure throttle has analog support. I think you can map it in the access menu, but I'm not sure it actually has an analog range. It probably does, but I haven't heard of anyone actually making use of it for any reason, so. Whoa, okay. Accidental dodge there. Whee!
I finally caught up with you.
Tool's saying I'd like to be able to play and listen to the stream as well. Is this what I made the fucking broadcast voice channel for? Should I just join that and fucking mouth off? I think that's literally what I made that channel for, I forget. Hold on. What are the permissions on broadcast? Yeah, it's, I have permission to connect and speak. Everybody else has to shut the hell up. Alright, that's fine. Alright, I've joined broadcast. Other people should be able to join broadcast if you want my voice in real time during the net game, but don't want fucking stream noises doubling. Damn, I can't believe I made a Discord voice channel for that. Past me is a fucking genius. Hikari says, there's a small minigame in Tales of Vesperia where you can snowboard down a mountain as the dog character, and to move forward you have to hold R2. I love games that have focused gameplay and use their development resources intelligently. That's my favorite. Are we full up? Are we like 14 of 16 here? I'm not certain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no. Not even close, baby. I want to focus on actually... Uh-oh. I haven't actually heard that clip in context yet. There's a sound you recognize, Ebrug. God damn it already. So for those of you who don't play kart, what just happened is that whenever random is selected, it has a very, very low chance to select a random track from the map hell pool instead, which is a bunch of tracks that were cut from the main track list because they're old, outdated, bad, or just gigantic memes. And that sound plays when that random chance goes off. This is Volcanic Valley Classic, I believe, the version of this that existed before the fucking SRB2 engine supported slopes. Ooh, that was close. I have no fucking idea how to approach this. Like, this is a turn, I think? Okay. Didn't drift because I didn't realize it in time. Oh yes, hey AJ, what server are we on? Right now I'm on the public server. So, Tyrone Summon at Moe or Slip Tide Dimension in the server list. Ooh, that drift storage is hot. Let's fucking go. Can I get Rainbow here? Is it a good idea? Ooh, okay. You know, I think I got rewarded out of that Rainbow. That's fun. Whoa, that's bad though. I'm very, very bad. Need to trail this. Fucking... Should have held it. Isaac says, quick, I need to reply before your stream kills my data plan. Excuse me? What's that super good controller you were recommending? Xbox One Elite controller. It's expensive, but it's fucking good. Hikari asking about like taking this kind of gameplay and grafting it onto a different engine for more robust features. So far, Kart Crew has actually been pretty ambitious about like their plans for the future in this thing. I don't think, like, obviously, fucking any base involving Doom Legacy is not going to be the most robust framework for a fucking fully featured online first ecosystem, but all things considered, things are shaping up surprisingly well, and feature development is actually like happening. They're grafting shit onto the engine to support like net replays and stuff. So I'm pretty excited about it. Haley asks, is it full? Because I'm just getting connecting endlessly. Shouldn't be full. Okay, wait, no, we definitely have like 40 spectators and 10 people. I think we might be full up. It should kick you off with like, server is full, instead of hanging you at the connecting screen though. I don't know about that. Okay, there you go. Hello. Almost a degree asks, hello, how does one join the server? It's been nearly 2 months since I've done this. Pretty full lobby, but you can get to us. I'm playing on the public server this time, so you can find us in the master server list under Sliptide Dimension. Or if that doesn't work, you can open up your console and type connect tyronesama.moe. tyronesama.moe. Hikari asks, is there any way they could adjust the online networking to be better? I mean, there are some pain points for sure. I think like architecturally it might be a little fucked, but for this specific case, there are a lot of ways it can be smoothed out. Like already in 1.0.2, they added lag compensation for turning, which improved the net game feel dramatically. No, not crazy 8s, you fucking... It's bad. Yes, thank you. Not in large games. Ah, the soothing sound of horns behind me.
I finally caught up with you.
Can I hold this into a rainbow, maybe? Ah, I'm chicken, I couldn't do it. I think the inside route there is a little bit more beneficial for me. Usually I take the straightaway, but... yeah, fucking pop off! I forgot I put that horn in. Yeah, I added like 40 horns since I last hosted. So, there's that information available to you now. Ooh, outside route there actually lets you get pretty easy red. And I feel like chaining red-blue is probably a little stronger there. Every time I hit somebody with an item deployed like that, I want to be able to like hit a custom bind for the horn instead. I'll probably add an option for that at a later date. Whoops. I didn't really have a plan. Oops. Oh god. Just fuck it up bad. Alright. God damn, dude. Drift angles will shrunk to just the worst. Feels so bad. Oh, whoa, okay. That's pretty bad. I might be fucked if I don't escape the pack, and that doesn't help. Whoever asks, any chance of running your server, my guy? We're very near full up, I think. I'm gonna start kicking people who are spectating, but we're slip-tied dimension in the master server list, so if you can get in, you're welcome to join. This is the public server. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Yeah, I definitely need some kind of attenuation for post-race horns. Maybe they start at full volume and then as you use them during the post-race, they decay down to like 1/6 volume or something. Whoever asks, is this server EU or NA? This is North American. Server is hosted in Dallas. Smack dab in the center of the US. Basically everybody on the planet gets like 70 or below ping to it, which is my personal threshold for like playable. Okay, please give me fucking Legacy Volcanic Valley. All of these tracks are fine though. Rog says, oh, the Sea of Flames is nerfed. Yeah, the explosions are now less of a hack. But the explosion effect is way bigger and more impressive because I'm using the native explosions instead of like the time over explosion, which was gross. I was just manually spawning it. But then I realized that the fucking pretty explosions actually like would legit crash your game if they were spammed. So I decided to disable explosions past the finish line, but instead give people the ability to press horn even if you finished with an item as compensation.
I finally caught up with you.
Whoever says, if I actually get 70 MS on your server, I'll donate to you. Well, you probably get, like, if you're European, then all bets are off, but, like, in the US, people get generally decent connections pretty much no matter where you're at to Dallas. With a good host, and it's a pretty, like, balanced location. I think, for whatever reason, SRB2's ping display is a little off sometimes. I've noticed that it'll only ever show certain quantized values, and it generally pings higher than, like, if I ping command prompt. Oh, I have the tiger horn. Let's go. Being in the pack is a completely different experience with this mod. It's amazing. Missed it. Unlucky. God damn it! I see the mine come up in my box and fucking not a moment later. Somebody who's air horning is about to blow up. Okay, they eased off. Shit! Fuck! Oh man, it's over for me. I gotta get it out of the way. Whoever asks, what was the server name again? We are Sliptide Dimension. You'll see the server name in yellow and orange. Alright, so we do have 2 spectating, I believe. Or is it just 1? There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, rando kick people who are, just to make room for people who are waiting to get in. Unless, like, I don't know, I can be blatantly biased if a sub wants to get in or something, I guess. But if you're gonna spectate on a server that's literally at player capacity, then you need to, like, go somewhere else. Now, if only spectators were separate from players, but that would require the player limit to be a design thing and not an architectural thing. Actually, can I disable spectating from, like, console? I mean, now I know I could do it with a fucking script. If a player doesn't have an MO associated with them, then just fucking kick them, but that seems like kind of a salted earth way of doing things. I think this horn needs a little bit of a volume buff. Took a guess on getting some type of boost item there. Whoa! I didn't actually know you could get a fucking boost there. Time for here.
I finally caught up with you.
Doya asks, how do I join again? Find us in the server list as Sliptide Dimension. Server name will be in yellow and orange. Or in your console, connect tyronesumma.moe. Heroic says the GameCube sounds like an error message on Windows. I'm actually using a couple really old, like, fucking Microsoft Plus Pack error sounds for horns as well.
I finally caught up with you.
Yeah, that horn definitely needs a volume nerf. That's ridiculous. It's such a pain in the ass to automatically fucking adjust loudness. Maybe I could, like, take all of the current horn files and, like, run them through replay gain in Foobar or something? Normalcy asks, was there another update? If you're on, you need to be on client version 1.0.2. So, if you aren't anything later. Oh, I thought I was behind 2 people, but apparently I was in first and just about to lap people. I'm gonna actually fucking open a document for this shit. Alright. Zor volume down. PTS volume up. Okay, maybe, that probably needs to be adjusted. Yeah, I'm wondering if an automated approach to this would work, some kind of, replay gain deal, but I don't know. Normalcy says, I don't see your server on the list and I can't connect via console, so I'm gonna go look. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Sometimes servers behave weirdly in this game. For the most part, when things fuck up, it is not my fault when I host this. It's just behavior being kind of weird and not 100% robust. Also, the master server randomly fucking boots me off, so... At any given time, we may not even be in the fucking public server list. Oh god, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead. Yep. God fucking... Feels Kodachrome, man. I don't really know how to cleanly take a particular turn on this course. This shit I always ride up the wall at like this part. I'll either clip the inside corner or ride up the wall and it feels like I lose a whole bunch of time. I should probably check TTs for that. I'm sure the, whatever the top time is probably has an apeable strategy. I just haven't gotten around to actually looking it up. Fucking no. Doya says, joining, downloading some things. Alright, dude, see you then. If the download becomes super slow or starts stalling for you, there's a, I host everything as a web page as well, so you can download from there. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Okay. So that trick does work. If you fucking let go of the accelerator when landing, it basically kills your momentum instantly. Rosalie says, I'm guessing the server's full. Oh man, when do we get so many specs? 2 people spec'd over Kodachrome. Bunch of babies. Alright, let me take a look real quick and see if, yes, horns go through loss of focus. Please enjoy that. Whee! All right, let's see. Is it allow team change? Is that what I'm looking for? Allow team change is the first thing that comes up on the wiki. Nand, I host the mods at kart.tyronesama.moe, K-A-R-T. Ration says yes. All right. Missed rocket start to do that. Alright, so spectate should be disabled for this server right now. I consider that generally unfriendly, but when we run this close to capacity, it's just to prevent people from fucking taking up slots without me knowing it. Oh no. I've been exiled to the far corners of the off-road. Amy says, this is dumb, I can't find the server in the master list. Alright then, you just connect tyronesama.moe in console. Actually, this thing is a fucking static IP, and everybody gets confused when I tell them to use the console to connect to stuff, so at some point I should probably just have the IP on hand. Everybody freaks out because mostly they can't find the console. Because the keybind for it doesn't work if you're actually on the main menu, you have to back out of the main menu. Because lol, it's Doom. Formation says, just letting you know this means players can't join the game either without you disabling it again. That seems super unhelpful and not actually like the behavior I was looking for. So I'm probably going to flip that around in a second. We'll be stuck spectating when they join. That reminds me that I kind of wanted to tweak join in progress behavior. So like if you join after somebody's finished at least one lap of a race, then instead of being forced to wait, you just spawn in at the location of the last place player. For casual stuff, it could work. I wasn't sure whether I actually had to cross the line between the posts or not. Yes. New Waiver asks, wait, how do you connect via console? Like this. Literally just type that into console. Console is opened with the backtick key. Tilde, backtick, whatever the fucking key above tab is. And you've got to be on the main menu and then like backed out so that you just see the cart logo to open it up. No, I didn't see it. Connect Tyrone-sama.moe. I swear to God, I have said the server connect string like 75 times. Thank you, Rug. You're good, you're good. It's just, it's so silly that I have to do this. God damn, every time I see Azusa, I feel like fucking character is one of the most well-made characters that exists in the game right now. That sprite is just so nice looking and cute. I'm just gonna, like, I could have been more aggressive with the drift storage there. A little bit of a slip tide off the lag destroyer of race. Thanks. That's real good.
I finally caught up with you.
That's not gonna work. I hate that early drift. Mostly says, sorry ahead of time if I lagged the game, I'll fix the problem. I appreciate you being understanding about it. I wish that I could just, like, let everyone play. But because bad connections hurt everyone in the net game, I kind of have to be a dickhead about it. Oh no! Why is this water instead of off track? Why do I get punished an additional second? Hey Tyrone-sama, have you tried getting good? I gotta fucking focus. You've got a fake on you. God damn it, and it stripped my item too. I really thought I could fucking sneak in.
I finally caught up with you.
Yeah, okay. Second fucking alternate plan.
I finally caught up with you.
Oh no. That'll catch somebody. I think it actually did.
I finally caught up with
Or it
you.
might have hit somebody who was spinning and fizzled. I should really remove that horn. Wait. Dar in second? Are you sure?
I finally caught up with you.
It all came down to that shot and I fucking choked. I can't believe it. Unreal. I don't know why that shit happens. Everybody is... Wow, Labris gets fucking 30 ms. That's the lowest ping I've ever seen anyone have. Labris and whoever the fucking Carbuncle is getting sub 30 ping to this. That's the lowest ping display I've ever seen in this game. Riku says, show me the tryhard strats, AJ. I'm gonna try. Fucking... Believe me, I'm gonna give it a shot. See this tryhard input display down here? That's how you know I'm tryharding. I like how this is still low res, but it's got just barely enough resolution in it to fucking show a couple different levels of analog input. Alright, let's get it. I feel like AU could get louder, but it's also probably just because it's kind of a messy horn, so making it louder would just make it messier. I'm very wary of that Thunder Shield. I'm gonna take a wide fucking route.
I finally caught up with you.
Did you bog? Whoa! Whoever says you kind of look like a young Patton Oswalt. I'm so sorry that I have no fucking clue who you're talking about. The last time we did this run around, it turned out to be pretty close. Somebody said you look like X or Y. And I was like, oh yeah, you know, I can kind of see the resemblance. Yeah, the AU horn's barely audible. It's probably frequency ranges as well, like horns that like hang out in fucking higher ranges are naturally going to be more audible, even if they are like... That's both an artifact of human hearing, like we're more sensitive to high frequencies in general, and also just like the fact that there's background music and fucking low, loud engine noises running all the time. That might be on target. Just barely miss.
I can still...
No! Good shot. Shit.
I finally caught up with you. I decided I want to live.
Cannot believe this garbage. Alright, still seeing general, like, hype finishes, but I want to start fucking trashing M. Lazuli regularly. Like, that's where I want to be at. I want to be that consistent. What about King of Queens? Keek says I'd be very surprised if AJ watched that show. What is N television? It's pretty old, isn't it? I feel like Petroleum Refinery doesn't get enough love. I like it as a large net game course. Says AJ, I lost my shit on that banana you hit on Aurora. I'm the best. So let me tab out real quick. Nice donut planes. Do not adjust your television. I totally missed start because of that lag. You just didn't see it happen. Okay, the cell horn's pretty good.
I finally caught up with you. Efficiently executed.
Oh god, that was so ugly. I even missed the drift. Or the mini turbo. Oh, fuck. Oh! That's so fucking cursed that you can do that.
I finally caught up with you.
Ah, shit. And then tried to fucking Shane there and just got trashed. Yeah, this course is tough for me. It's surprisingly technical, and like, when there's a bunch of fucking bananas in play, it gets way worse. Whoops. Alright, you know what? Let's just do that. I probably should have done that a long time ago.
I finally caught up with you.
Wait, I actually got it. Holy fuck. One frame, boys! I can't believe I actually put the fucking Wolfenstein Scream in there. Yeah, okay, so I've decided. Fucking after crossing the finish line, as you spam horn, it drops from probably 100% volume to like 40%. As you continue to spam it, have that scale to the horn lethal parameter, just to have it decrease at a similar rate to whatever the admin has set for fucking horn abuse threshold. Haley asks, are we doing voice tonight other than just us lurking in the broadcast channel? I actually wasn't gonna be on voice at all, but then I realized that Cole was like, hey, I want to watch the stream while also being in the game, and I'm like, hey, I had made a channel for this a million years ago. I need not VoIP noise for a while. Venice says, you could go the other way, AJ, and increase it by 500%. I actually can't. All the horns are playing at maximum volume right now. Yes, I have the best horn! I've got the fucking bike horn worked out. It's not actually a bike horn, it's the fucking shop purchase sound from the GBA Fire Emblem games. But it sounds like a bike horn when you mash it.
I finally caught up with you. I finally caught up with you.
That shit was close. Bonk. That's gonna be a kind of dick-headed line of bananas for anybody who actually has to take lower route. Can I get a blue from here and then... Okay, you know. That was not the greatest idea. I don't have most of these courses actually routed out. I should probably put some more time into record attack on all of these, but...
I finally caught up with you.
I like netgames too much.
I finally caught up
So in a
with
lot
you.
of situations, I'll try to take a corner a little bit too close, not knowing that it like gets sharper towards the edge. Or I'll try to store a red MT, not knowing that there's a fucking booster right past. Can I get it with just the red MT? I sure can. Alright. So that's guaranteed, really.
Efficiently executed.
That's not for me, and I don't want it.
I finally caught up
What they didn't know is that I was sandbagging that. And also that fucking explosion radius only inflicts spin out.
fire.
That's good. Boom! Guess not. Yeah, I'm wondering what the deal is with these pervasive timeouts while people are connecting. Is it like people's clients are hanging, adding the fucking files?
Decided I want to learn.
And then, of course, Twill just kind of politely waltzes past me. Shit's dumb. Did Zether post like 12 horns? I need like a comprehensive connect guide for this next time. Like, I want to fucking start distributing batch files that just automatically connect you to the server. Maybe... That's so stupid, it just might work. What if I made a fucking PowerShell script that grabs all the mods from the, from cart.tenor1sama.moe and then connects you to the server after they're all in place in your download folder? This is so unnecessarily complicated. But it just might work. Everybody asking what the horn button is. I feel like about 50% of people will discover it on their own, and about 50% of people, like, have no fucking idea what's going on. Which is fair, because the behavior... I've created a context-sensitive button, which is kind of weird for design. I'm weirdly committed to the idea of not including help text in this, like there's no horn reminder on screen or anything, because it's a non-essential feature that, like, should feel relatively native and can be found with fairly minimal experimentation. But given the context that it exists in, I feel like maybe a one-time prompt for, like, press item to use your horn that goes away and never reappears as soon as you've used your horn once might be okay. Oops. Wow, I had that timing pretty much exactly wrong. I know exactly where the fucking kill threshold is, so I can mash without worrying too much. That's my ball hog. I'm gonna be shocked if that didn't hit anything. Okay, there we go. That little water glide fucking same direction double drift thing makes me really happy. So I'm pretty sure it's M that's 20 miles ahead again. I see fucking magenta idle shit and it's like, okay. Rug says randomize the threshold by like 4 or be a coward. I considered doing that actually. Right now it's 10, 15, 20. Which is like, that warning kicks in super, super early, but I'm assuming that people are mashing hard and then like being kind of slow at reading and still mashing while they read. It should probably be something more like 8, 10, 12 or something, or like 10, 12, 14. Dumped my items to use the horn. That's strategy. Like, the way people go to fucking town on the horn makes the idea of randomizing it a little scary. Because it can only be, like, the variance can't be too high, or people will learn a timing that's like, oh, I can mash for this long and be safe, and then they'll just blow up. And the explosions are meant to be more funny than punitive, really. With that said, I would definitely like to see more people exploding from horn overuse. That's a super good idea. Got a message regarding... oh dear. The best way to experience the new Overwatch League season. Go fuck yourself. Get out of here. Information says, man, that Azusa update really makes a difference. The character looks so fucking good now, it's crazy. I'm literally about to start maining that character just because they're so goddamn cute and I don't even know what they're from, and I'd probably be ashamed of it if I did. Alright, red barrage in a large net game. Oh no! Mission says Idolmaster. Oh, of course. Shit. That's real bad, too.
I finally caught up with you.
That's one of those things that it's not okay to be even, like, casually adjacent to. It's real bad. Oh, Game & Watch, you fucker. I will express my distress by spamming horn a while. Which direction? Uh-oh. Whomst? Fear. I think Leslie got the fucking Ketsui horn, which lasts for 20 years and is impossible to hear because of the fucking... how muddy the sound is. Yep, that's definitely you. Oh no! Okay. Well, enjoy your boosted item odds second. That momentum kill, though. The timing on those fucking spike balls is so agitating to me. Very scary. Good. Welcome back.
I finally caught up with you.
I love the server behavior, it's so bad. Okay, so you can still hit those while you're fucking ghosted. Oh, okay.
I finally caught up with you.
Oh, they seg-faulted, nice.
I finally
Ooh, yes, that's what I was looking for. Oh my god.
I can still fight.
The Ketsui horn's pretty good though because you can hear someone's anguish when they start spamming it.
I finally caught up with you.
Alright, this is still like doable. Especially if I get one of those.
I finally caught up with you.
I'm so stupid! What did I think was gonna happen?
I decided I want to live.
I should have just held it. I was fucking in front. In Mario Kart, I think you have a small window of invulnerability there, or like there's a deploy. It can deploy late. I literally think it behaves differently in Mario Kart, and that's why fucking muscle memory took over. Somebody who knows MK8 better than I do, please advise. Information says you can run away from the hitbox in MK8. Yeah, I think that might be it. It's instant here. So friendly! Very, very friendly! It's like clip. It does clip my mic. Nice. I should have just held it, but I was afraid that like either second or third had something. And I'm like, oh, I probably won't get hit by this because that's how it works in MK8. Bang. It's impossible to make that one corner with hard mode on. Face Clan. About to start picking Eggman's nightclub in public lobbies because I want fucking people to die. Alright. Apple. I really like the horn diversity now. There's one that Ebrog should recognize. Oops, I always hit that fucking... My brain... That's so rude! God damn it.
I finally caught up with you.
I'm actually gonna try and spend these just because I'm worried if I hold them until the next item wave, I'm actually gonna get hit by a bomb or something. Wow. You can drift store off fucking apples? There it is.
I finally caught up with you. I finally caught up with you.
Shit. Didn't quite have a sense of scale there.
I finally caught up with you.
Pretty good exchange. See, this is what I like about hornmod, is that you have some way of communicating with people during a race. God damn it. I'm actually gonna early mash this and then, yeah. Easy street. Ah, sandbagging double jaws. Foiled again! I definitely want more, like, short and sweet horns. But I also wanted a fuck ton of horns, and I wanted them all, like, prepared for tonight. So I went with basically every pretty much okay idea that I had, instead of, like, absolutely waiting for just the best. Because I think in this case, there's, like... It's important to have that kind of critical mass of variety, where, like, people have recognizable horns because there are unlikely to be duplicates. And of course I could have assigned everyone a unique horn, like... You figure fucking 14-player lobby plus, like, absolute worst case scenarios that every player drops and rejoins in the middle of the game. You need, like, 28 horns, and that allocates a unique sound for everyone. But it wouldn't feel right to actually, like, assign them in a way that was anything but pure chaos theory. Vanessa asks, AJ, what do you think about the item rotation? What do you mean? Also, despite having, like, fucking 50 horns in it, this is actually... It's just barely reached 1 megabyte now. So it's still pretty lightweight despite all this. And now you're gonna fucking die. I can still hear the TTS horn. Maybe it's not as quiet as I thought. Full outward drift there is very fucking scary. That's fucking lucky for me that I didn't actually get tapped. Vanessa says, do you wish there were more items? Is what's in there perfect? I think every niche is nice fucking air horns to punctuate that. I think what's there is good, and I can't think of anything super obvious that I would add. Shoutouts to wrong drift direction there. It's okay though, this is a 4-lap course for some reason, so... No... Oh, shit, okay. Items right now are in a really fucking good spot, and I know that because all the strong players that I see regularly finish consistently, but not overly consistently. Like they're always, someone is always fighting them, even if they always win. And that's about where I think items should be balanced, so I'd be wary of making any item changes. There's an experimental branch that I've played on once or twice that makes some changes to make the pack a little bit less chaotic, and I support those, but apart from that, it's like, Rug says, damn, Eschatos option level works surprisingly well. I know, I literally fucking sorted my music library by, like, length ascending, and started looking through, like, everything that was under 10 seconds. Something that I could, like, maybe clip something out of. And that just jumped out at me, like, you know what, that might actually work. And so I fucking dropped it into game, and hey, it's fun to mash, what do you know? Turns out, Yosuke Yasui is really fucking good at sound design, who knew? Everybody loves Midnight Channel, I don't get it. Not a huge fan of the visuals, and the layout is a little bit... Like, both of the forks after the big fucking curvy section, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm biased towards Dark Vial, though, because I've actually, like, TT'd it, and I find it enjoyable to drive, so... Yeah, this is basically exactly how I wanted horns to work. I feel... You know what I could technically do, actually? In large games, I could, like... I could change the flags on all the horn sounds, like, during the middle of a lobby. So, like, if you have above X number of people, then horn radius gets changed from 4 times the default to 2 times the default or something. So horns are still just as audible, but the overall soundscape's a little less muddy. I might experiment with that a little bit. Unfortunately, getting 1 billion people to test very small iterative kick changes to a fucking purely meme mod is not the easiest thing in the world. Especially when that mod has, like, absolutely no framework for reloading something in the middle of a game without killing the entire server. So, I don't know how intense I want to make any changes. But I do want to do something to make a few, like, particular situations a little bit less spammy, that's all. That's the fucking Doom guy laugh, holy shit. I didn't know I could do that. Rug says, can you populate it with bots that have a random chance of pressing item per frame? There's actually no AI. And I tried to set up a situation where I can multi-client in a netgame, so I can, like, get a general feel for things. So I could set up, like, a whole bunch of actual fucking clients running scripts. And that would be okay, or I could, like, mock up the horn script so that clients are, like, they have their events spoofed or whatever. But when you get to, like, faking origin points and stuff, if you can't get multiple clients to connect, you have to, like, simulate the origin point of their sounds and all that, and that gets really messy. That was a cool SPB run. I'm the best. M says, oh, a lap didn't count? Ugh, how do you miss a checkpoint on this map? The fuck? I'm wondering where you would even, like, skip a checkpoint. The course doesn't seem that open world. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. I can't believe how much fucking work I put into something so stupid and simple, but I think I'm glad that this exists now. Yeah, I'll random here. Pickle says I'm gonna hammer the server until somebody falls out long enough for me to join. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 13, 14. Yep. Yes! Oh no, it's gay energy in a full net game with hornmod. Thanks that bump though. Yeah, the AU horn's completely unhearable. I knew there was too much going on there. So my alternative to doing a direct capture from the Moonbase Alpha meme video that's like 8 years old at this point is literally installing Moonbase Alpha and capturing fucking text-to-speech audio. Is that game even still up? Aw, didn't get the jaws. And so now I've left myself defenseless against somebody who picked up a jaws. I need to mash this out very fast. Or maybe I don't. Maybe the jaws just fizzles around the corner. Can I do this? You know what? Time to cut my losses. Especially with this thing around. Need a blue turbo. Ride up and then away. Ah! You've got to do something weird there. I feel like you've got to store a red or something. Fickle says, I think you can hold item to get one as soon as the game lets you. That would be nice. Great. Well, now I'm fucked. Now it's over. Ooh! Fickle says, I don't know if dodging the SPB there is possible. I feel like it's maybe possible if you carry in like a super delayed red or a Rambo. Other than that though, I'm not sure. Brooke says, do not nerf bass drum. I think I'll leave it where I'm okay with like the louder horns being louder horns. Mostly because like this is at its core kind of a fucking meme. Like if I was designing this as like a mainline feature for fucking the next Kart Point release, I'd probably level it out, but it's my stupid idiot project, so I'm okay with certain things being a little bit unbalanced in the name of it being funny. It's just like, if absolutely everyone is spamming horn at the finish, it gets real bad. That's really all there is. That and like every horn needs to be clearly audible. Leslie asks, how'd you get your chat window so big? I maxed the chat window height in settings. Nice! Zigzag? Did we do it? Time to go back and check the log. It should be fault tolerant enough that it should just come back up, but you know, I've got to know for sure. Pickle says, Twitch is being rude to me and not letting me chat. Are you getting auto-modded? Did they turn that shit on my channel again? Let me see. I have a command on my server for this, WATHAPEN, and then the name of the service that I'm querying. So let's scroll up. Added skin, added skin, added skin, added skin. Allocating. Yep, that was definitely a Sig Sigv. The best. It's always that too. I don't know why I act surprised anymore. I should be able to get back in with no problems though. So yeah, the three big hurdles left to solve for SRB netgames are seg faults, join delay, and sync fail. Probably in the order 1, 3, 2. Because like sync fail is something that a server will recover from when all the clients reconnect. Obviously crash bugs are kind of first, but they're... I don't know, should I start earning my shit in GDB so I can give my fucking... if I can give Kart Crew tracebacks or something? Would it help? And he says, GG's AJ, sadly I didn't reach 70, so no donation. Oh, you wound me. But I'll be back. Bye ya. Alright, glad you had fun. What we call that kind of server crash a natural purge. Rosalie, seriously? Drama? Okay, guys, so when's HD Ganbare song? I didn't expect the fucking Goemon version of that song to have that kind of instrumentation. So here we go. Is it time? Yep. How are you still doing this? Did I not? Oh. Wait, does it really not have... Fucking forgot. That should literally have a login in the fucking alias, but I guess it just didn't work?
I finally caught up with you.
Like, it's worked before. Somewhat unusual. I'll have to check those aliases in a second. Ah, the things I do for fucking SRB. Goodbye. Get fucked to the moon. Can I just do a full inside cut here with only a couple boosts remaining? I feel like you can actually, like, get a decent rebound off that and set up for, like, the next line. I also see people doing an inside cut there usually, but I'm not convinced that it actually saves time in this weight class. Like, maybe if you have higher sparks. Alright, so now this is happening to me again. Oh, did it just bounce directly backwards? Nice. And it hits somebody! Okay, so TTS horn is also unhearable, but given that it's like human speech with no fucking processing on it at all, like I need to at least throw a compressor on that and then like take a look at the gain again. Yeah, people do that inside cut there, but I'm not 100% convinced on it. Ouch.
Efficiently executed. I finally caught up with you.
Damn it. gonna try chaining blues, maybe. Considering that poisoned start, I'm okay with 4th. Now, in the meantime, let me take a look at fucking aliases. The cart folder has shown up in my recent list, unbidden. Alright, let's go to cart exec, and let's make sure to leave the fucking BRB screen on, because this has my fucking... Yeah, wait, what the fuck? Is it the single quote? What the fuck did I do? Okay, Gambari, you need to stop. I think it's reading everything after the semicolon as a comment for some reason, but this definitely has my login in it. So I don't know why it wouldn't go off. Maybe my client already thought I was authenticated? I'm not sure. Alright, here we go. I'm super sad I didn't get an item. Yeah, I don't think it's worth actually going to Rainbow there. I think red is about as far as you want. Everybody hits that fucking inside railing. It's ridiculous how consistent it is. I have never seen a group of people where, like, less than 75% of people hit that rail. Alright, here we go. Huh? Alright. Understandable, have a great bump code.
I can still fight.
And I got no one with it. Hello.
I finally caught
I'm not tryharding very effectively. I need to try hard a little bit, try harder.
executed.
Oh. Can I actually maintain this drift and get red? Yeah. Alright, here's the slalom section. Fortunately, I'm the fucking best at the slalom section.
Executed. Efficiently executed.
Close enough.
Efficiently executed.
Keek says, this level's called Downhill Jam, but what it actually reminds me of is Mount Wario. Yeah, it's definitely got that feel. It's like it's the snow-themed rally course, where you fucking end at the bottom of the mountain. Definitely has that feeling. Mother says the hello horn is my favorite. People are now going to get mad about Sky Garden, and somebody picked Vanilla Lake. 2 people. I mean, I knew Fickle was gonna do it because Fickle just wants the entire lobby to suffer, but... Oh, nice. And I put a fucking delay in an alias, so it does that shit automatically. Okay, I got a yes. I should do that next time. Wait, hits. Is that frames? I bet it's frames. Oh no! Oh no! Why does ping limit not immediately kick the person who does that? Great. Oh, yeah, you're actually desyncing. That's strange. I'm always like worried in the back of my head that I'm somehow desyncing netgames from a Lua script. Wow, it's active for so long. What the fuck? Should use bigger text for ease off the horn. Whoops. I should have fired as they were on the fucking spring, but I wasn't sure if the or not would actually adjust.
I finally caught up with you.
Not today, fake. I think you're the real faker around here. He says, same size for ease off the horn, bigger for I asked politely. That's probably a good idea, actually. I don't think this game actually like exposes text scaling though. I think you just like have to use a different font. Use an entirely different character set. I still also sort of want to do a real horn graphics instead of the yellow flash. The flash is subtle enough that I like it, but I feel like a graphic could be clearer while also... A graphic could be a little clearer while also being simple. Unfortunately, I don't know shit about how to actually like rig up custom graphics to fucking objects, nor do I actually know how to like draw anything, so... Net replays are cursed with works on my machine-itis. Nice. Attention. Honeybee industry has forks you cannot see. Please be aware of them. Yeah, I guess my server's a little bit too chaotic for them to be testing net replays, considering they always desync on fucking join and part. I'm really happy with that horn in particular. Get the fucking amazing mirror representation in here. See if I can get a blue thing. Cut real close there. Ah. I don't quite have a perfect sense for how long. Like, I don't think anybody actually visually reacts to sparks past a certain point. I think you just kind of get a feel for the timing. So I'm like trying to skip to the timing step a little bit too early, I think. I'm not quite good enough to be able to do that just yet. Oh, that's rude. That's way ruder! God damn it. This is real bad. Yep, now we're going to fuck. Haha! That fucking bump engineering! I'm the fucking best!
I finally caught up with you.
I tried to get out a boost input right before hitting the springs, because there's... Anybody else? Just me? Just me on that fucking turn? Maybe it's because I'm getting a little bit of fucking glare, like my monitor isn't the brightest, but I feel like I constantly misread that.
I finally caught up with you.
Alright. I heard a Kabuki Yo horn somewhere around here.
I finally caught up with you. I finally caught up with you.
Oh. Rika says, I was promised try-hard gameplay, where is it? You have to fucking get in here in the time where I'm fucking front-running, and then immediately eat item into another item into fucking 11th place. This is unjust. It's not okay. Let's see. Oh, Nuclear Nova, sick. These are actually all great courses. I always vote Nuclear Nova because I'm fucking biased for the music, but Honeybee Industry is like right there, and then Vanilla Lake's one of my favorites from the stock courses. This Zora horn is so bad, I'm so stupid. Alright, so here's the first unseeable fork. Yup. He says, remember when you got Gargoyle on this track in Combi? I sure do. It was fucking dicks. Whee! Oh god, that could have been very bad very easily. It might still be very bad. I might still be very bad. Hello, not at all out of place fake. Whoa, okay. Yeah, the way that fork fucking pitches down as it splits is super, super rude. It's like probably the most unfriendly thing in a course that's overall pretty fucking friendly. Yeah, I'm just gonna sandbag both of these. I'm gonna eat the Jaws hit. And come back stronger than ever, bitches! Oh no, not like this. Nice. I actually synced out. Are we dead? Okay. Wow, we all synced out. That's the best. That's extremely disappointing. Yeah, somebody is still sync failed and I think they're fucking continually hanging, but I don't want to disable joins because people are trying to get back into the game. Okay, this is ridiculous though. They'll time out eventually whether or not I disable joins. It's just like whether the game is lagging while they're timed out. And like, as far as I'm concerned, this race is not valid anymore, so... Fickle says, I have that fork improved in WIP update, but I gotta get other stuff fixed up in the pack. Alright, alright. I'm glad that you're aware of it. Wow, I couldn't do anything. Kind of strange that item while you're following someone by default switches to free cam. By the way, free cam exists for some reason. When do we get fucking dolly cam shit in Doom Legacy? Vanessa asks, is Tails top tier? Everyone's top tier? Except for Metal, who's like super top tier. Metal's not even super top tier. Metal's like fucking... in a game made out of Phonon. Metal is Wagner. Pickle says, the Ancient Tomb replay didn't sync and I cry. RIP. What was that shit you were previewing with, split screen net replays? I want that as like a spectator mode. Like, I want to be able to back, arbitrary people for like fucking casting tournaments or something. That'd kick ass. Pickle says, might be a Lua script with a persistent state between maps. Net replays don't support that yet. It should init everyone. Like, it shouldn't have anything persistent yet. But it's entirely possible that it does because I suck ass, so... Like, not at the game, though I do, but like, I just literally don't know how to script for SRB2 yet. There's probably a whole bunch of fucking horrible anti-patterns and bad practice in there, but it works, XD! Oh. I'm still wondering if I want to do, like, allowing people to select their horns manually, and if so, how I want to actually go about it. I'm not sure I can even do it without, like... I don't know, I can read from input without setting custom buttons, right? Like, maybe in a state where they're otherwise unable to do anything, I can, like... You can maybe cycle through horns or, like, re-roll your horn into a new random horn while you're on the starting line or at the finish line. Just pair every sound ID with, like, a human-readable name of the horn and then have it displayed on screen during those times. Not certain how I want to do things. Those are the most fun problems to solve for me, though, are, like, the design-related ones. Implementation issues are, like... That's just me throwing myself at the documentation until it or I die. But
I finally caught up with you.
Actual design stuff is like where I get excited about solving problems. Alright, I have a ball hog. You have second place. I do not have a ball hog. You still have second place. I do not feel like this was a fair exchange. Oh shit, I lost my mini turbo charge and I missed the fucking speed pad. But the rebound put me in like a decent position. Come on! Feels bad. Hurts just a little bit. Can I get rainbow from here, or... Well... I did it. It wasn't a great idea, but I did it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I was gonna be super mad if... That's Leslie, right? If Leslie actually got fucking blue MT off like a last-minute store from there. Fickle says, horns are random, right? Netplayers might not like random stuff happening at the start of the map yet. Oh yeah, horns are assigned randomly at the start of the map. Actually, I think it calls init multiple times for each player because of the, because all the fucking actors, like their tick goes off twice before the map is actually loaded and everyone has an MO. So I think it might init twice, or maybe it did in a previous version before I flipped those around, I don't know. Anyway, it's entirely possible that causes fuckery. Pickleheart says, level time equals 0 runs for 3 ticks. fucking... Maybe I should just check level time 0 instead of checking whether, like, early out when level time is 0 instead of actually, like, conditionally bouncing if players don't have an MO. I don't know, I think the way I'm doing it right now is fine because it also checks for, like, it'll early out the script if there's a spectator, which means it's not, like, wasting time. Is there a way to do performance profiling for Lua in Kart? Like, can I check timings to make sure that I'm not fucking crashing people's games? If you do not give a fuck about scripting for a game based on an engine that is at least 20 years old, please mute the stream and listen to your favorite music. The gameplay will still be here.
I finally caught up with you.
Nope. Oh shit, 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 fuck. I was so distressed for that situation, I forgot to fucking... Why? Feels like you have to be so consistent to avoid that. I think it's way more like... The fact that you still get to participate in the game afterwards is way different than MK8, and it, like, makes me okay with pack situations being kind of volatile. But it is frustrating to get, like, so set back for small mistakes. That's kind of the nature of the kart game, though, isn't it? I got to store red off that, which means I might be like another one. Ooh, yes. I like that shit. See, Omega there... Come on. Omega there didn't stall when they joined. So I'm wondering if it's something where, like, having to replay the game state is causing stalls. I'm like trying to think of anything I could do to mitigate it or, like, pass on useful information to developers.
I finally caught up with you. An unexpected turn.
Man, I cannot fucking believe. Kari asks, what does FU/T stand for? Yeah, that's frac units per tick. The game's internal measurement system. I use it instead of miles or kilometers because the thresholds for are you allowed to drift and are you allowed to gain sparks are nice round numbers in frac units. They're 10 and 20 respectively. I have no fucking clue what they are in miles per hour, etc. Tickle Heart says, profiling SRB2 add-ons? Haha, good one. I see how it is. I understand completely now. Gary says, when can they import different speed measurements? I still think fasts per hour is too good. I could do that in Lua. I think you can just turn off the speedometer from, like, a HUD hook and then fucking draw your own speedometer with access to that information. Just have it draw, like, frac units times 1337 or something. And that's your fucking fasts per time. I don't like that fucking spike ball. Oh god, I completely... Leslie did too, but it's okay because they're playing metal. Oh, I have the fucking... I have the Wii shop horn. No, it's the Wii menu horn. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Another one. Imagine how fucking sad the people are who dodged the first one are. What's word order? Hey, Taransom, you don't words good, do you? I deliberately avoid those ramps because I'm afraid of them. Anybody else? Did I just get an empty item, or... Like, I was trying... Okay. I swear, I was trying to mash out my item and just, like, get anything useful out so I could have an empty box and pick up those shoes. And I swear to God, I saw, like, an X in my item box instead of something useful. Optical illusion? I don't know if someone doesn't know how to look at the screen. Stop! Optical freeze asks, is there a Wii Shop Doot horn sound? No, but that's a pretty good idea. Just like a single... I keep cutting that a little bit too inside. Just a single one of those chord stabs might actually make a really good horn. Alright, let's see what I can do. You mashed out the fucking sneakers. Just drive straight. Don't even drift. Cool video game, I guess. Pretty decent. Brock says that S3 parry horn is a stat boost even if you didn't program it in. I briefly considered having horns make you intangible for 1 frame on activation. That's an entirely different mod though. That arrives at a scary situation. It's like, how much do I really want to put parries in the kart game? The answer is as much as it's possible to want something. How good of an idea is it? Unknown. Like, there's literally just a param you can, like, give yourself exactly 1 frame of insta-shield. It's literally called insta-shield, like, in-game. It's completely possible. Oh no. Please let me across. I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to do it with shrink. I don't know if I can take this really wide and get a red even with shrink. Not happening. Thanks for the fucking sharks though. Can you not with those bananas? Oh. That was an interesting fucking trajectory for the jaws to take. Whoops, missed it. Really? Single Orbinaut in 5th. Meanwhile, the roll in front of me pulls double jaws. You're shitting me. I'm gonna bet on it. Nope. Okay, I didn't get hit too badly though. Plus anybody who takes that shortcut's gonna be super sad. I'm leaning forward and peeking my mic. Oh, okay. So that actually somehow went off still. I thought I gave it a wide fucking range. The horn makes me feel better about myself. Whoops. Okay, now it's my fault if I eat shit and lose. For whatever reason, I thought it was final lap. Yeah, it's a fucking 4-lap course again. Nux says, Jaws is great, but I kind of feel like double Jaws went off the rails. Jaws 2, 2 Jaws. Holy shit, there are 20 bananas in that corridor. I love the foot dive horn. I had double Jaws orbiting, and I still ate that. What kind of precision fuck strike? I'm so sad about everything. It's a bad place to be. Melissa Tony says, can't wait for next patch with drastically different item balance for large rooms. Yeah, that was apparently the main change intended for the experimental item fix branch. That may or may not be coming to 1.0.3. I think it might have gotten merged already. Where it basically just tones down item odds dramatically in big lobbies to keep the relative level of chaos in the pack the same, instead of it transforming into make one mistake and get teleported to super last place. It's super last place. It's actually below last place. The Zoro. I actually want to leave that exactly where it is. Maybe tone down like just a little bit, but I want to keep the same energy. I want it to be louder than other horns, maybe just not by quite that much. Adios, Finis. Thanks for dropping in. And now I'm fucking dead. Hikari asks, what is the Zor horn? Is it TTS or... The Zor horn is from a video called modacity.avi. I encourage you to do continued research on your own. It's so fucking loud. Can I get red and just cut the inside here? That's fine. Hey! Oh! Stop! I had a fucking perfect sequence set up there. 2 sneakers, 2 fucking track cut slip tides. It was gonna be great.
I finally caught up with you.
I've never been here before. That's interesting. I guess I should probably... Oh, that's heavy off-road, I guess. Zort. Alright, so I'm in 12th fucking place. Or 9th fucking place. I don't know. Part in charge of tracking your position. And I steal a sneaker. Oh, now I'm fucked. Like it says, Tails horn should really just be that awkward Sonic sample from Sonic Battle. Oh fuck, I remember what that is. Yeah, I did the horn mod. Currently, horns are randomized per player per race because I didn't feel like actually putting together any kind of design flow or interface for like changing horns, and because I think randomness is funny. I had to decide right at the start whether I was going to do like 1 horn per character or like allow just absolute free-for-all fuck horns. And in the end I went for free-for-all because funnier, I don't know. This is where most of my design decisions come from. Kari says, I have now watched modacity.avi and I am now in the understanding. It's good. Somebody else has the fucking BJ Glaskowitz scream. Excellent. See, that's why I'm always so hesitant to like do anything that normalizes the results of horn selection. Oh, wait. No, I don't have the fucking... I don't have BJ, I have the Ketsu scream. I thought somebody just happened to be pressing horn at the exact same time I was. Uh-oh, that's bad. Alright, let's go. Bonk. Okay, Tails is still alive. Okay. Yeah, the Ketsu scream might have to go. I don't know if there's a way of preparing that like actually works as a horn. Okay, calm down, BJ Blazkowicz. Holy shit.
I finally caught up with you.
Alright, here we go. Let's see if I can navigate this turn without getting fucked up. Yes! I love that little inside skip. I probably can drift store from this. Somebody's gonna get it by that fake. Oh no.
I finally caught up with you.
Just keep moving forward.
I finally caught up with you.
Whoops. Alright, let's boost ahead. Oh shit, there's still one more turn. No! Well, that's not fair at all.
I finally caught up with you.
Great. Oops, I should have just fucking hands off everything. This is a very dangerous place to be dropped. And let's see if I can drift store. I can. Neat. I think when you're in spring spin state, you can actually fucking like release a mini turbo for real and get it in the air. You know what? After getting fucked so many times, I think I'm okay with that finish. Yes, do you have the skull trumpet doot as a horn? No, but I'm going to add that right now to the list.
You're good.
Excellent. Horns would legitimately be funnier if they had a cooldown after, like, 3. You can set that as a C-var, or just make them client-side only after a certain threshold. But this is dumber and therefore funnier. Right now, the horns are definitely super lenient. Like, it literally only kills you if you fucking smash your horn 20 times. I could probably cut the limit in half and it would be completely fine. And it wouldn't even be, like, particularly disruptive for normal use. I forgot I put fucking Wario laughing in there. Alright, so there are no items anymore. Because right now, it's 10 for first warning, 20 is lethal, and the count resets after 5 seconds of no horns. I feel like it could go to, like, fucking... like, that decay could go way up, or the limit could go way down, and it wouldn't affect, like, 95% of horn use. Also, some horns are like orders of magnitude more disruptive than others. I'm probably going to remove the ones that can't be like normalized in some way. Like Getsui Scream's probably just going to go, even though I think it's funny. Zora's getting adjusted. Surprise! You thought it was going to be me tryharding in netgames, but it's actually a horn balance stream. You can have little conversations like that, though. I still think I'm, like, stalwartly against any kind of help text for the horns. But yeah, I think maybe... Oh, maybe I could have... maybe I could adjust the spam threshold based on player count. Like, bring everything down for every, like, fucking 2 players that are in the game. He says one more horn idea. Then I'm done for the night. We need a Michael Jackson who? I think the sample that I already have may or may not be that. I'm not sure on its origin. I think it might be a different one, but it also might be the same one. This invincibility pole isn't disruptive to the race at all. Yeah, so I think the big, like... Because in small net games, I think it's okay that people can lean on the horn. But I think the limits need to go down, or maybe volume attenuation can be like the only thing. Maybe instead of the flood limit to begin with, maybe we just add volume attenuation and let that be the spam handler just completely. I don't know, there's a couple different ways I could go about this. Frustrating playing Sub-Zero Peak. See, I think everybody who's coming into this confused is making an assumption based on other add-ons, which to me makes it fair game for me to not have help text. I know what to do. If somebody binds a fucking custom and like actually hits their custom, I'll just have it display a message reminding them to horn with the item button. So if they have a custom bound and they're trying that, then it'll redirect them onto it. But the fuck? Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to do something that's like, if somebody has explicitly the wrong idea, then I've got to like probably let them know it's wrong as shit. But I don't think I want to display help text by default just because somebody hasn't demonstrated Horn Mastery rank 1 yet. I was very adamant about not using a custom bind for this and instead using the item button. Because, oh, for fuck's sake. Because, number one, everyone has the item button bound already. Number two, people might know the behavior from Mario Kart. And number three, fucking reaching for your custom's obnoxious. It's easy for me to have a custom or like multiple customs that are within like easy reach because I've got paddles on the controller. But okay, that was my own damn fault, to be perfectly honest. Today is not a good racing day. I could still, like, make up some decent ground, I think. The pack isn't super spread out. I think boosters might be triggering Horn if you press, like, on the same frame as they die. Huh? Okay. Fix this. Hey, Jay, tonight my parents got something that might mitigate the unfortunate router placement and should strengthen our router's signal, so I'd like to test it out. Alright, dude, well, you're welcome to drop in if you can, like, get a slot. The other thing is that I wanted to have a binding that was accessible without customs, so that mods that use the custom features, like Combi, can be played with Hornmod on top of them. Oh, come on. Did somebody blow themselves up with Horn? That's pretty good. Alright, so let's see. Gotta add Skull's Trumpet, Sonic 3, come on. MJ Woo. We'll throw those all in. Next patch randomizes the flood limit. It may or may not do that, actually. Oh yeah, Karnoff Balloon. Ashix suggested that. Let me take a look at it. And we shop single chord. We shop Stab, Karnoff Balloon, Hetsui, remove. I think I just have to remove it. I gotta do something about AU as well, but I think I already have that noted down. Another thing that I could do is like, hey Fickle, you wanna take a look at that situation for me?
I finally caught up with you.
Pretty good.
I finally caught up with you.
Roy says, I think the clock hands are pretty dang known. That wouldn't surprise me. Ashix asks, hey AJ, is there any sound you can take from Momodora? The one that immediately comes to mind with like no preparation whatsoever is I could totally do the cat form death noise. Either that or the, there's a noise that in particular only comes up when like, there's like two instances of a little fucking speech bubble with a picture inside in dialogue. One for like the intro where it's like fighting using a leaf must be difficult. And then the other when fucking Kaho just acts confused and gay at Kath when explaining what the hell is going on. And it's like this cute little sound that might work well as a horn. Imp Girl Laugh might also be okay. I don't know if I want to bring that into cart though. I think all video games that are not Momodora are my refuge from Imp Girls. That was not the fucking turn that I thought it was. Like it says, the off-screen archvile noise. I should probably put some Doom monster noises in here. Like, Silver Surfer Easy is, like, louder than other horns, but it's not, like, broken loud. Zor is broken loud. So I've got to decide whether to do volume attenuation or just adjust the spam limits. I think adjusting the spam limits is funnier because it might mean that we actually see people blow up from horn abuse. So let me add fucking... add Momodora question mark? That's another thing I need to fix. Fucking, I'll add this to my to-do list. Fucking fix BRB screen transitions so 2-second delay not required. I think the correct way to do that is probably just to clone the fuck out of a bunch of sources, because, like, the changing text here, I'm doing that by fucking swapping out a batch file. Enjoy that fucking Konami Crazy Racers music. But since OBS is a delay on how long it takes to read sources, I have to, like, do a manual delay between pressing the button and the actual scene transition. A lot of things that I want to work on. I've been feeling very productive for only stupid shit specifically. Well, that's an absolute clusterfuck. That's fun to watch. I'm just gonna try to speed through this and not even give a shit about actually, like, picking up items or anything. I just need to get out of the pack immediately. And I'll rely on fucking chaos elsewhere. Oh boy. Somebody dropped my entire 10 banana chain on that turn. Not a single one, huh?
I can still
Great.
fight. Efficiently executed.
Man, getting out of off-road is like, oh. It's like those calculus problems where like at what point do you cross the river? Where it's like, do I sit here and keep trying to fucking fight the off-road? Or do I just take the L and get out? Class, do you have the DDR menu sound as a horn? I actually do. That was a pretty early Ah, okay.
I finally caught up with you.
That's fine. Uh-oh! Out of the way, fuck. Probably should have actually just dumped that and gotten a new high-value item since I'm in fucking near last place.
I finally caught up with you.
God fucking damn it! That was a long spin. Well, now I'm fucked. Now I am in last place and dead. Wow. Oh yeah, Foxshine. I was gonna do that and I fucking forgot about it. I actually have the Sounds Resource fucking Fox Noises pack downloaded already. Let's see. I don't know if I want to do Vinesauce noises. I feel like too many vocal noises makes this really messy. Like, vocals in particular are like different to parse in your head. They create fucking way more noise. I don't know. Fashanti asks, is Roy Scream not happening? Probably on the basis of vocals being super distracting generally. It's also incredibly long. Like, it's super, super long. It's like 5 seconds. I think good horns are like a quarter of a second. Which means that a good number of the horns that I currently have in the game break that rule by leaps and bounds, but they may or may not be getting... Oh my god, it's Balloon Panic. No, this is very bad. I love what happens when someone discovers they have the Zor horn. Yeah, I feel like volume attenuation might be the way to do it. Your horns always play at full volume in your ears, but if you spam them, they slowly roll off until they become silent. That's the sane behavior way. If I was doing this as a mainline feature, I'd do that, but I think I'm gonna do the fucking stricter explosion threshold in larger lobbies instead.
I finally caught up with you.
It's always weird when you lag in the middle of a power-up that's normally timed to expire of the music. So you get like an extra loop. Ah, sweet silence for just a moment. Nice. I tried to fire backwards just in case, but... Oh, really? See, it was gonna give me a fake anyway, so... I didn't have shit to do. Fakes won't block items in that situation. Wow. How did I not get hit by that banana? I'm expressing my disbelief.
I finally caught up with you.
Great. Now I'm really fucked. Huh, I've never actually seen that signpost before. Interesting. Wait, is that... Has a Tenchi player literally never won in one of our net games before? The fuck? Fickle says, I'm reading the horn script to see if it does anything that net replays might not like, and I gotta say, I read the horn enable command as horny enable the first time I glanced at it. Good. I apologize for you having to read that script, by the way. It's probably a fucking mess. First time I've done anything with Lua, aside from, like, literally just hacking on an existing script about 3 lines for, the text at the top of the screen you see right now. Pickle says it's way less messy than most of the Lua I write when I stop caring. Oh, don't worry, take a look at it in a week. We'll probably have converged on the same place. Yeah, Lua itself doesn't seem too hard to wrap your head around once you, like, get the weird way you have to fucking iterate through tables and how they are every data structure at once except kind of bad. It's mostly just like, I don't know my way around SRB2. So like, if there are native functions to do anything, I don't know what they are. And if there's like idiomatic ways of doing things, or... fucker. Like, if there's vanilla behavior that I have to not stomp on to cause complications, I don't know about it.
I finally caught up with you.
I'm really happy with this horn. How? Okay. Lexi asked, does SRB2 not have script docs? SRB2 has docs, and they seem to be mostly, like, decent. Part, on the other hand, is partially documented in places. I don't know, a lot of, like, until I got my hands on Fickle's fucking half-finished unreleased documentation, I was doing stuff like, oh, I don't know about the native cosmetic explosion function. So instead, I'll fucking look through the source for the explosion generated by the time over command, or the time over flag, which probably has no reason to have a hitbox, and I'll manually spawn one of those, and then delete the reference after 5 seconds. It's like I did that kind of shit, which I've since fixed, but we've both died for your negligence now. Yeah, it's just like not knowing my way around the existing code base more than not knowing my way around Lua. Fickleheart says, misusing object spawns sounds exactly like something I'd do, to be honest. Ashik says, wins Paul's death fist sound? Vocals again. I want to keep it mostly to stuff that's, like, clearly not tied to a noise that a character would be making. I don't know if it might be just me, but seriously, overusing vocal sounds and stuff like this makes the soundscape super confusing to parse all of a sudden. Excuse me. Pickle says, look, after a childhood of PHP, Lua's data type handling is a dream in comparison. It took me like a solid 15 minutes to figure out, no, you really, really cannot iterate over user data if it doesn't expose itself to pairs. Fuck off. User data is actually magic blobs, and fuck you for not understanding this. I don't know. Osley asks, should we just pin a rule set for horns in the general channel? A rule set for horns? I'm not certain I understand. Also, thanks for taking all of my shit. Fucking ghosts.
I finally caught up with you.
There are a couple horns that I, like, actually want to do real audio processing on instead of just, like, trimming them and boosting them. There's already a couple in this pack that I had to, like, put through a compressor because the quiet parts are way too quiet, but boosting the entire thing up would be your destroyer tier. But some of these are really tough to make audible in like a chaotic environment like this. And I want to do my best, but some of them might have to just fucking go because they disappear. As Lee says, like the no vocal stuff and all that, maybe. It's pretty much just the one rule. Motherfucker. That fake placement was so good. I'll blow up right in front of here so I can fucking mash at an item, and I got a banana. At least it's technically usable defensively. It also took me a weirdly long amount of time to realize that Eggman boxes don't follow normal deployable rules, and you can still pick up items with them behind you. It didn't make any sense to me at first, but it means you can place them way, way more aggressively. And like in places where they look a lot more authentic without giving up on your chance for an item. So in short, it guarantees that they can actually be fucking used as fakes. Alright, says that fake exceptions seem to geared specifically towards dropping them in item fields. Yeah, that was my thought.
I want to live.
See, look at how cool I am. I added an exception for when you've crossed the finish line so that fucking deployable items don't block your horn. I'm the best. Yeah, so I think volume attenuation specifically after you cross the finish line, and it should be able to decay really, really low. And then fucking lowering the spam threshold in large lobbies. Somebody says compressing things on purpose first time it's justified. What do you mean, dude? Compressors are used in fucking... I get the feeling this is like a case of semantic confusion between compressors and like this is compressed audio, and compressor as in this is reducing the dynamic range of the audio. Like I've got a compressor on my mic right now. It's so when I speak very quietly, you fucking start, you can actually hear me. Although in practice that works kind of backwards because I'm more likely to just randomly start yelling. Especially when I'm playing Quake Champions. Fuck that game until they fix bot backfill. Oh my goodness. Pickle says, I know item fields themselves being messily spread around in vanilla maps is specifically for buffing that strat. Yeah, I noticed that like Kart Crew really likes to put groups of 50 to 100 boxes in the same location, which is pretty good. Okay. I think this horn, the MVC2 credit sound, could also use a bit of a boost. I'm tempted to just remove it though, I don't think it works overly well as a horn sound. The Demohu credit sound on the other hand, the one that was playing behind me, that one kicks ass, I love it. Ow. That would have been so fast if I hadn't bumped the inside.
I finally caught up with you.
Pickle says, I mean, like, if you look at item fields in green hills, they're not lined up cleanly. Right, so you can't immediately spot a fake just by virtue of it being out of alignment.
I finally caught
As long as it's placed in the generally right location, it can look plausible.
I finally caught up with you.
I still see fakes generally used to cover, like, high-value routes. Like, just high foot traffic. Yeah, go ahead and bump me a little more. That was a risk using both sneakers. Let's see. Yep, it paid off. forgot I was still in off-road after that.
I finally caught up to you.
Alright. 1, 2, and then slip tide the third. Ah! I cannot believe I hit the edge of that.
An unexpected turn of events.
Epic says, by the way, I got in. Sick. It hasn't been pretty stable so far, so seems like we're doing alright. Oh, you're not in yet. Nice. Yeah, you're just waiting to join. Actually, wait, that doesn't matter, because even while a spectator, you affect the fucking connection, so... I love Doom Legacy. I don't even know what this unlocks. Imagine doing record attack. What's the ant button? Huh? Okay, somebody else interpreted as horn. Yeah, I don't know. For some people, it seems like there's a mental blind spot that prevents them from trying item to experiment. For other people, it's like they'll pick it up naturally without having to be instructed. I don't know. Turns out, design is fucking hard. Uh-oh. Surprise! Imagine ping limit working for any reason. Yeah, TTS horn needs to go way up. That needs a compressor and fucking another passive gain.
Efficiently executed. I finally caught up to you.
And now the scumfuck cut. Pickle says, if you think this is bad, you should have been around for early SRB2 2.1. Oh no. Shit. There we go, I got to show it off at least once. We'll actually divert back to an item here since I'm so far back that it will help more than driving well.
I can still fight.
Dude. Dude! Dude.
I finally caught up with you.
I couldn't do anything. I'm pressing buttons.
I finally caught up with you.
How fascinating. Geek says versus Cammy Simulator voice. Dude, for real. I don't know what the fuck happened with that bump right at the end. How to change talent. Play another race. Well, at least we know that the ability to fucking change horns is desired by, like, one person. Okay, and here Epic asks me for the button for the horn. I've explained it 7 times on stream, but... mental blind spot when the advice is not addressed to you directly. Press the item button. And he says, I'd like to change horns rather than random. Yeah, a couple people have expressed interest in that. I'm not sure how I would do the fucking UI for it, though. Nor am I necessarily sure I could guarantee, like, persistent settings. Like, I don't even think Lua can save data in that way, and there's a lot of fucking horns to navigate through. Maybe I could hash, like, the ID of the horn into a button code or something? Nice rigged banana, by the way. Really? I lightning shield away the jaws behind me, and the guy in front of me pulls out a fucking jaws. Okay. The fucking sirens there always sound like cows to me. Fucking Diablo 2. This Lee says, allow people access to horns based on how many record attack medals they've earned. You know what? Holy shit, it's perfect! I'll fucking log scale the volume of horns after each race. Like, after you've crossed the finish line, your horn volume log scales to your current position. So, like, if I set it up right, it'll be first place having full volume horns, and then it falling off really, really rapidly until, like, if you're below the top half of the pack, your horn's basically inaudible. Yo, Socks, your connection still isn't fixed. It's still bad. And it's bad because you're using wireless, so your router is terrible.
I can still fight.
So, the game had to cut my lead down, I guess. Fucking... I'm gonna chuck this in hopes of getting something. Triple Orbinaut is at least, like, defensively usable in some context. See, there we go. Epic says, motherfucker, it hasn't changed anything. I'm sorry, dude. I really do think, like, wireless is bad for games, but wireless shouldn't cause stalls like that. Those are crazy. Alright, so let me write that down before I forget. Scale post-game horns to position. Yeah, that's good. That's the good shit. Let's see. Twinkle-Kart or Cloud Tops? I think... Well, actually, everyone's voting Twinkle-Kart, so I'll go Desert Palace because I like all three of these tracks, honestly. But people get really pissy if you try to vote fucking Ace Attorney meme ramp into public net games. I think Riku gets the good idea. Get good to play good sounds. That's sort of the intent.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah, and then during the actual game, scale horn limit to players. I think with a full 14-person lobby, I think... Because the horn decay time being long is no fun because it means that you can't press horn if you're spamming horn because something mildly interesting happened, and then something super interesting happens, you can't, like, horn in response to it. So I want to leave the decay time fairly low and just, like, bring down the warning and lethal thresholds before I start adjusting the decay time. I think in large games, decay time might be required, though. Because inevitably at least one person gets the super smart idea that they're literally just going to horn until they hit their warning and then back off until the warning goes away and then horn again. Because they like making noise.
I finally caught
Like, that's a good-ass horn. Short, sweet. fucking cuts through noise.
I finally caught up to you.
Geek says recognizable too. Yeah, agreed. A lot of these are like kind of niche because they're made for like the group of people that I play with and first and foremost for me. But hey. The potato level up noise. Riku says, need more Galaga horns, thanks Dad. How many fucking Galaga noises are even like gonna fit in the horn profile? The extend noise is perfect. The Galaga extend is one of my favorite horns that I've actually added, but hey, I don't know. Fuck, there's a parry sound effect. And yeah, since people are interested in the ability to select horn, but the interface for doing that is gonna be so bad. How the fuck do I even do it? MVC 1 assist horn select. I almost like... I would like this to be mainline... Oh my god. It would be cool if this could be mainlined in such a way that you can just go to player setup. By the way, I like how the heavyweight in front of me didn't move at round start and guaranteed that I started dead last. Labris. Like, that horn is long and kind of stupid, but at least it's at least clear, so I'm okay with it. It's like a tier 2 horn. Yeah, he says MVC 1 assist. I need to fucking think about that again. See, that would kind of tie into my idea of like, you hash the fucking button inputs. I figure, okay, so you have drift, assist, put assists in this game. You have drift, item, accelerate, and brake, that's 4 bits. And then direction for a little bit of extra information.
I finally caught up with you. Executed.
So 4 bits, and then depending on like... if we split directional input into like 8 directions and then neutral, that's 4 bits times 9. So 8 times 9. I think that would fit all the horns we've got, plus a couple more, even though the input would be kind of weird. I actually really like this idea, motherfucker. It's going to be so goddamn hard to implement. I also don't think... shit. So the new wrinkle is that I can't use... I don't think I can use throttle. Or at least... if I use throttle, then the horn selection has to happen really early because people are using the throttle input for rocket start. So... we also have change viewpoint. Change viewpoint is a button. Okay, plausibly accessible buttons. We have fucking 8 directions plus neutral, accelerate, drift, brake, item. Change viewpoint is bound by default, I believe. Look back is bound by default. All right. So hopefully I can do this without even having to resort to fucking directions. Lesson Tony says, you gotta figure out a button because kart's mechanics aren't final yet, and what it currently is will be replaced in the future. Yeah, I'm aware of that, and I'll probably move it to custom 1 when that happens, but I like it where it is now. Maybe I'll double blind it so you can access it from custom 1 and from item. Holy shit, by the way, stream, I apologize for fucking screaming about this incomprehensibly. So, like, if we assume that people can be relied on to hit their look back, their look back, change viewpoint, brake, drift, and item buttons all independently. That's 16, and then add directional inputs. And it should be enough to distinguish between every horn in the game.
I finally caught up with you.
Just fucking... It would mean that horn selection has to happen outside of init, but that's not a problem. Just like, as long as there's something there, I can fucking init to -1 and be like, hey, haven't said...
Still fight.
How? How? I don't get it. Oh dear. Well, I'm excited to do this because I think this is like, this is definitely the way I would want to implement horn selection. Because it's exactly head-ass and not... This is starting to seem kind of mean-spirited. Leslie says, I'm eagerly waiting for 1.0.3 at this point. So what's slated in 1.0.3 besides the pack item changes and the 64-bit fix? So I know that's like why they're rushing to get 1.0.3 out, is to like have a fixed version of the 64-bit builds. Apparently the problem with those is known now.
I finally caught up with you.
Okay, so this also means that I have to store names associated with horns. And that, unlike MVC1, I have to... Do I have to? Is it unfriendly to have horn selection as a secret? Like, if somebody happens to hold the same buttons at round start every time and gets the same horn every time, and, like, them getting, like, confused that it keeps randoming them into the same horn.
I finally caught up with you.
I think I have to make it obvious when horns are selected, and also make it obvious that it comes from a fucking input sequence. Maybe even like when you random into a horn, display its sequence on screen. Since this is just gonna be a fucking bit mask for the internal ID of the horn, I think that will make sense. This is so stupid. I can't believe I'm actually even considering implementing this. The other thing is that using all 3 of your fucking face buttons that aren't boost plus triggers is kind of unfriendly. So I'd like to keep it to 2 maybe? I don't know. 1.0.3 is for this fixes with a few big balance changes. Okay. Leslie says, so what you're saying is each horn has its own unique button combination. I'm saying that horn selection happens randomly and visibly at the start of the race, but if you're holding a button combination when selection happens, it will pick the combination. It will pick the horn associated with that combination instead. Isn't that Alexia? GG's. Incredibly, 3 people are still in the broadcast voice channel. I'm shocked I haven't scared you guys off yet. Yeah, in Marvel 1, assist selection was quote-unquote random, but you could select your assist by holding buttons during the roulette. I want to do it like that, except because I think not making it clear that inputs can have an effect is kind of unfriendly. I want it to also, like, make it obvious you are picking an assist when you do you are picking a horn when you do inputs. And probably, even if you don't input anything, for it to display the code for the horn that you did get. So if you, like, random into a horn you like. That's cool. I mean, I guess... I'm dead last, right? Yeah, extremely. I'd be shocked if somebody was behind me. You gotta build the boost and then activate grow and then release the boost. That's the fucking secret degenerate shit. I see you found the Wii shop horn, or the Wii menu horn. I want a good balance of, like, horns that are obvious fucking memes and horns that, like, actually function as horns. The best horns will be both, I think, but not everything can be like that. Oh, shit. Oh, it takes you forever to die when you do that, too. The frame loss on this map is not my favorite, but it's definitely not the entire problem. So I need some kind of... So in order to implement horn selection like I want, I need some kind of fucking construct for, like, time that happens early in the game. I think if somebody hot joins, I need to fucking resolve that situation. And, like, always random their horn or something. I need to build a HUD element that displays horn selections and shit.
I finally caught up with you.
I wonder. Roy says, clipping the heck out of that for the author's reference. I forgot to clip it because I was so flabbergasted, so thank you for doing that. Alright, so if we're assuming worst case, so just D-pad steering. Yes, finally got bruh. This is the most appropriate place to have. Somebody actually fucking blew up to the horn. And I know that was a horn explosion because they're color-coded to your player.
I can still fight.
See, like, you see how much you can mash after the warning and still get away with it? Like, watch this. It takes you so long. Nice. Horn. Maybe I should change horn flood limit to, instead of resetting, I should just have it constant decay. So, like, if you wait until... Oh, that's good. So if you lean on the horn until the warning shows up, then wait until the warning goes away, then start again, it'll actually just give you the warning immediately. That's good. That's my favorite. Can I get a bruh? Excellent. If I actually put horn selection in like that, I'll probably try to release fucking horn mod on MB. Although it's got so much fucking blatantly stolen sound assets that I'm wondering if it's even like fair game. Nice macro? That's when he says that's fine, just credit your sounds. Alright. I've already got, like, inside the WAD itself, inside the PK3, I've actually already got attribution for one sound that I found that, like, actually had a license attached to it. Everything else is either I'm blatantly copyright infringing, or I couldn't find the license. So, XD. Are we releasing this on the MB or something? Probably not for like a couple weeks. That seems like a real fucking bad idea. I like how it gave us fucking Crazy 8s and Gambare. I guess it finally had to happen. Immediately the Ketsu death scream. I love the 500,000 check symbols. And yeah, the old Arisa Gasp turned out to be a pretty good horn. Zar had a good eye on that one. Are you... Okay. So yeah, summary of features in the future. Post-game horn attenuation, lower and randomize horn danger thresholds based on number of players in the lobby, and horn selection. It really shouldn't be that hard. I just probably have to figure out how to actually do HUD hooks correctly. You again?! God damn, dude.
I can still
Maybe it doesn't even need to scale gradually. Maybe it can literally just be a switch. Like, if the lobby has above 7 players, then double the strictness of the horn restrictions. I swear I heard Screaming Wario. You did. It's a fun map. It's definitely more engaging than Baby Park, but it's definitely like kind of in the Baby Park area. He's off the horn, my ass. I also played around with the idea of randomizing the horn danger messages, but I want those to remain consistent in case people don't read. Shoutouts to Kart not using CPU sleep, so I look down at my CPU usage and it's 1 billion. This is a fucking Kamen Rider noise, I think. Somebody asked me to add it and I'm like, yeah, this could probably work. It's a little on the high side. It kind of gets lost as like noise. I don't know. I figure it's probably good to have at least a couple horns that aren't fucking arcade games and memes. Oh, frames.
I finally caught up with you.
Uh-oh.
Still fight. Efficiently executed.
God damn it. I like how this game arrives at this sort of like fucking fighting game place where you can identify who's playing by like what character they're using and what palette they are. Like, oh, it's Green Mighty, that's fucking Lazuli. I don't ever need to like actually read names in lobbies. And then there are the people who switch characters 45 times in the same session, and those people are Satan, and I don't understand them. I think I've locked myself in on Pink Igus for obvious reasons. Riku says, that's fine, people should be punished for not reading. It's a fuck huge message, you can't miss that shit. You would be shocked what people can miss. You would be fucking flabbergasted. No, I should have just let off the accelerator.
Decided I want to live.
I'm wondering if it's fair game. Okay, so first I'm wondering if Lua can read from keyboard, or if it can just read from the, Oh man, if Lua could read from keyboard, that might actually be kind of scary. That should probably not be a thing that Lua can do, so it probably only can read from the, player input construct. Yeah, okay, so Lua can only read from the player input construct that's exposed to it. So that means that I can't just cheat and like use a completely separate set of bindings for horn selection. So only stuff that's in player.command. Where it says com buff insert text that binds every keyboard key to run a console command. Oh man.
I finally caught up with you.
So console is right only for Lua, you said. So I could literally just like overwrite someone's binds if I wanted. Oh good.
I finally caught up with you.
Man. I mean, I guess like surprise, surprise, the scripting interface can do evil things if used by evil people.
I finally caught up with you.
It's like, yeah, if you want it to be powerful, you kind of have to accept that. So... Shit. Let me get out of my way for that. See, because I'm just thinking here, like, I don't know if there's enough fucking buttons. Like, there's a shit ton of horns in this now. And I don't know if there's enough buttons that can be comfortably reached independent of each other to actually, like, handle the selection.
I finally caught up with
What
you.
is that annoying noise? If only you knew. Pickle says, I have a script somewhere that makes the game refuse to boot after you run it. That's great. The sound might be servo. I see, you've discovered hornmod. So this would be easily solved if I could use like a sequence of inputs, do like a combat code style thing. Combat codes are probably the cleaner way of doing it. So instead of just button on off, I can like, it wouldn't even have to be a lot of symbols. It could be like 3 or 4 different symbols per button. And they could all be like pressed at different times. So you wouldn't need to worry about like contorting your hand to hold the chord. But I don't like combat codes as much as I like MVC1 assist selection. And also, I honestly think they're a little bit less intuitive. So a combat code style selector would basically be, you get like, for each button that the game accepts, you get like 1 value in a code input. And when you press that button, it cycles into like the next input, and all of them together form like a complete selection code.
I finally caught up with you.
If I'm doing that though, it's tempting to just like outright have a fucking selection wheel or something, like something that's literally just select the horn that you want by ID from a list. I don't think it would be quite as usable because of the large amount of navigation you'd have to do to get to horns that are later in the list with high indexes. Plus, it's not as flavorful. I'm going to assume the distinct lack of input from Twitch chat means that you guys are not particularly opinionated about this stupid project. But on the off chance you have ideas and are not sharing them because you think I'm going to call you any number of names, I suppose. Feel free to chime in, because my fucking brain is going 100 miles an hour and I have no goddamn idea what I want. I wonder if I can... Okay, the star won't last enough to go for the fucking big skip here.
I finally caught up with you.
See, we're down to like 9 people in the lobby, and immediately horns have died down to like completely manageable. Because what they're really for at its core is like some way for people to interact when they're fucking neck and neck like this. Or to acknowledge stupid shit that happens fightcade style. Where like the only convenient way you have to interact with your opponent in the middle of a match is using the fucking coin input button. Which is why so many of these are credit noises. Kind of a send up to that. Nugget KBDC says, to be honest, I have no ideas, I'm just enjoying watching the game. That's totally valid, I'm glad. You are fucking good, dude. Combat codes are definitely easier to approach from, like, a technical usability standpoint. Like, nobody has to contort their hands or hold an input or anything like that, and you can input them kind of at your own pace. But the other thing is that, like, if you're being presented with an explicit code input interface and you just mash at it and get something shitty, I don't know if that's like an interaction that I want. I don't know. Agitation.
I finally caught up with you.
Like, alright, the fucking kaiju laugh. That's funny? Maybe not the best horn, but it's, like, funny enough that it can stay.
Fire!
Fire.
Efficiently executed. I finally caught up with you. Efficiently executed.
Because basically this whole thing came about from, like, me doing chat binds on the D-pad and realizing that they made the game way more fun. Because you can actually, like, interact with players in real time. But realizing that chat binds are both, like, kind of spammy, like, everyone can see them even if they weren't anywhere near whatever the fuck happened. And they're also kind of a pain in the ass to set up, and then I'm sitting here thinking, you know, Mario Kart 8 really dropped the ball with this whole local-only horn thing, where you have a horn button, but it's not propagated across online for some reason. That always bothered me. It's a very Nintendo thing to do to lock down that form of communication, even what, like, probably comes down to the most harmless form of communication that exists, period. Like, you literally just have a button that makes a single predefined noise. And that's it. That's the only way you communicate. It's impossible for anything more safe to exist. And yet Nintendo was like, It's also cool that people are intuitively understanding them as taunts because of how fucking diverse the sound set is. Like, the premise of all of these being horns is kind of dissolving. I don't know how the fuck to pronounce your name. ZXYSPKU. I'm not even gonna make an attempt, and you're gonna tell me how to pronounce that. But just popping in to say this mod is fucking fantastic, I'm glad. It's something I've probably spent too much time on over the past couple of days for something so goddamn simple. I like how somebody was apparently mashing so hard pre-race they managed to blow up before the fucking start line. I've never seen anyone do that in a public game before. And of course somebody jacked my Thunder Shield and now I'm getting targeted by Jaws. Motherfucker. Like, in lobbies of this size, horn usage in this way is perfect. It's perfectly balanced. So I think I should start rolling off... Actually, this is more people than I expected to be here. Maybe it's just that, like, loud kids have cycled out because it's kind of late. Riku asks, what happens if you lethal at start? I actually tested that. You're not allowed to move early. That was my big concern, is that you could kill yourself and then, like, bypass the countdown. But you just start, like, you respawn while still in the countdown as normal. I'm trying really hard to make sure that horns don't actually, like, create situations that change vanilla gameplay. Which is why, when you blow up from horn usage, instead of it actually, like, sending you in a direction, like knocking you up or spinning you out like mines do, it just kills you instantly. It uses magic number damage that, like, instant... I don't know about that one, Chief. want to reach down to get the clip. I need like a pedal or something for it. That's like a complete interaction we had. May said, let's go crazy, and I responded with the BJ Blazkowicz pain grunt. And that was like a conversation we had. That's gotta be kind of a dickheaded place to put that. What happened to that fucking guy, though? Who did I even hit? Like, somebody literally went to space. They got hit by one of my fucking Orbinauts, and then got knocked into another Orbinaut, and the combined velocity sent them spinning out from nowhere. Really good. Yep, we got an XDXD in chat. Perfect. It's exactly the kind of reaction that I want. I'm sitting here thinking, what if you breach horn limit and it just spectates you? You breach horn limit and immediately get kicked. Mawaru. I fucking look in general chat and I see this is a Discord for resident Elsword streamer Tyrone Sama after all. Have you considered not doing that? I don't want to remove, like, some of the less stellar horns. I just want to add more good horns.
I finally caught up with you.
That's my take right now.
I can still fight.
Oh. Somebody somewhere is gonna eat shit, and I bet they're about to hit the loop. Yup. No, I think they made it out.
I finally caught up with you.
Yuki says, zero stat level up is one of my favorites. It hurts so bad. Man. It's gonna be a while until I play another Fire Emblem game. Fucking Hector hard mode broke me as a person, and then I tried to go back with Path of Radiance, and it's like, hey, you want some fucking shitty horns? You want some fucking shitty writing? Do I have the video game for you? I'm actually gonna hold this. Great. Well, I guess it's a good idea. Great.
I finally caught up with you.
See, now I'm fucking thinking about what the actual UI for, like... Holy shit, that was a really clear demonstration of how overtuned that sound is. Look at my fucking meters, holy shit, it's literally louder than any other source of sound in the game. That's amazing. Lazor? I wonder if I could do a fucking script that just animates my goddamn name. Like, you name change so quickly that it fucking... You can do like an ASCII art thing or something. I bet the result screen snapshots your name, though. like it isn't updated every frame. Well, that's, that seems pretty unanimous, my man. I don't know. Phew. I missed the rocket start completely for that. Worth it. Missed rocket start, I got no items. But I do know how to drive. And that's supposed to count for something, isn't it? I love Wario screaming.
I finally caught up with you.
Ooh, that is a nice way to get there. You just, like, kick out the back end a little bit. You asks, have you played FE6 yet? That game is suffering incarnate. I've started FE6 a couple of times. I've never even come remotely close to, like, getting out of the fucking early game. I just don't like the way it feels very much. Like, on an aesthetic level, like, in terms of writing and music, it turned me off really fast. Although, to be fair, I'm using a fan translation, so, like, And also, Fire Emblem has never had good writing. Anyone who tries to tell you otherwise is lying. Ooh, I want one of those. Give me that. Thanks very much. Desmond asks, what do you like out of a Fire Emblem game? I like good pacing, I like no grinding, and fucking really tight tactical layouts. I'm not a fan of how quickly Path of Radiance devolved into gigantic shitfest maps where, like, it really felt like they were just fucking spamming Cavaliers and fucking bandits more or less at random on a map the size of the moon. I will take fucking enemy phase reinforcements 100 times over that shit. Also, music's gotta kick ass. That's like non-negotiable. Luckily for Fire Emblem, that's not hard. You can basically play every Fire Emblem game and be satisfied with that. I've got to boost that shit up because it's one of my favorites. Haley says FE6 was alright. And Decimal Cat says, I want to recommend Sacred Stones if you haven't tried it already, since its writing is better than most of the other games, but it's not very challenging. Sacred Stone's writing is, like, far and away better than the most of Fire Emblem, for sure. I have not only played Sacred Stones, but I've fucking played Sacred Stones, which is funny, because it breaks the most important rule for me, which is no fucking grinding. But it just kicks so much ass on an aesthetic level, and I really like the layouts that I'm willing to forgive stuff like Tower of Valmy existing, or the crippling lack of enemy variety, and how horrendously broken bishops are as a result. Wolfie says, whoa, you had an input display? Neat. Yeah. Boyfriend hacked this up for me a while back, but I haven't had a lot of occasion to actually, like, test it out. So, here we are. I figure for tryharding specifically, it's nice to have around. Intestinal Cat says, bishops are disgustingly good in creature campaign. Like, fucking Natasha can solo the place and it's not even hard. Whoops, I'm weapon effective against everything. I sure hope somebody doesn't give me a fucking aura tome. Whoops. I can't retaliate with my own horn because I'm holding this fucking shield. Ah, that cut's really fucking good. Oh, Haley seg faulted, nice. This is no longer super valuable to me because I'm not fucking leading or close to leading. And of course, as soon as I say that shit, well, it wouldn't have helped me anyway because I didn't react to that, so hey. One of these is gonna hit me. Or that could happen.
I finally caught up with you.
Wolfie says, segment violations, my favorite, especially when they don't output an EIP. Do they really not give you fucking logs? That's crazy. Somebody, I'm not sure if... Somebody, I'm not sure if it was you, mentioned running my server in GDB so that I could get you guys traces when those kinds of crashes happen. Is that something that would be, like, actually useful? Because if it would help, I'll set it up, like, free and easy. Because nobody wants those gone more than I do. Nobody. Think your build will need debugging symbols too, though? Oh, so I'm gonna have to, like, build my own shit? Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, and hosting with the fucking, debug build might... I don't know, performance shouldn't be an issue. Right now the fucking thing is taking, what, like... I could bring up graphs right now and it'd probably be taking up 2% CPU because I have a beefy server that I'm using for fuck all, so... Leslie says, I kinda like the combat code corn selection. The combat code corn selection idea. Holy shit. The combat code horn selection idea. Yeah, I think I'll probably end up going with that. I wonder if it's fair game to allow the display to update in real time. Like, so you've got a fucking box that displays your horn, and it's, like, flickering through, like, random. But then as soon as you set an input, it displays the code you're currently on and shows you what that code corresponds to in terms of horns. Because this is something that I've got to do stateless. Like, you can't set it as a preference. It's not something I can hook into fucking player setup. I can't read a local variable. I think I'm not allowed to do anything that might, like... I think if I start reading a local variable for that shit and, like, try to fucking... I don't even know how I would get it from, like, a purely local CVAR to, like, something that was synchronized over network state. Motherfuckering. I did hit somebody, but now I'm extremely fucking turned around. Wolfie says, you have to create a fake CVAR for that. What? Explain. Because if I could just do this with, like... If I could have some way of, like, locally saving a preference, then the way I would probably do it is just have some kind of post-game hook where you ask the player, do you want to save the fucking horn you received this race? So I'm sitting here thinking I have to do all this stateless. If I can do it and actually, like, keep track of state, that would make things a little bit easier. If I could get that fake script later, if you want to, like, tag me on Discord with it or something, I'd really appreciate that. It still brings up the issue of how to actually select your horn, but that does make things simpler. That fucking Jaws tracked from 1.5 miles away. That's amazing. Leslie says, and you can choose to discard your horn if you want a different one? Yeah, something like that. Although I'd probably make the default keeping your horn. Yeah. Wolfie says, I don't even think it works in Kart, but it should show you what I mean. Nice! Phantasmal Cat asks, did you mod this game yourself? Horn mod is mine, everything else is somebody else's. So like, I don't know, I know how to play sounds and fucking access a couple functions and like the basics of how to structure things in Lua probably. It wasn't really difficult either, it's just the hardest part of it was actually figuring out how to like work with the existing code, like what's specifically exposed by the game. Now, there's a lot of different ways I could do this. As soon as you start getting into fucking like selection flow, things get really weird. That's why this script doesn't have like any choices to be made by the user right now. Because as soon as you introduce a situation where somebody can like make a choice or has an option, design overhead balloons fucking dramatically.
Efficiently executed.
I like short, sweet, and simple. It's like some kind of hook at the end of a race or something where you can like hit a button to save or discard your horn. That would be the simplest way of doing it. Doesn't offer a lot of direct control, but it means that I have to build very, very little in the terms of actual interfaces, and it should be relatively easy to understand.
I can still fight.
But it doesn't have the functionality that people want, which is explicitly selecting a horn. Even with that in mind, it's like, for me to do that
Still fight.
in a way that like makes intuitive sense would normally require me to have the script using custom bindings, so you could like have buttons bound to horn selection, but like then knowing that you have to bind buttons to horn selection and figuring out what those buttons are, that's a pain in the ass. So I want to do something that works with existing controls whenever possible and doesn't need me to fucking explain it to people. So that's either be something incredibly simple or something that people can experiment with while feeling like it's actual fun experimentation and not just, holy shit, how the fuck do I get this to work for me?
I've decided I want to live.
Also, I won. Yeah! I guess things like that kind of just happen sometimes, huh? I don't know how that happened, but it definitely happened. Alright. Oh, did the server die? Yeah, if the server died, because we're back on Green Hill and there's nobody here. So, yeah, the server definitely died. Haley says, the weird thing is that AJ died in voice too? Huh, that's interesting. I still see my green light lighting up on Discord, so I don't know. Did I somehow kill the game by, like, disconnecting for a moment while I was, like, finishing? I don't know. Haley says, there was a solid 20 to 30 seconds where you just silent right after saying, hey, I won. Oh no, I was silent in real life. That wasn't a disconnection. That was normal. I was actually silent. So it's just an incredibly well-timed server crash, huh? Well, I'm probably not going to play for too many more tonight because that was really stupid, and also because I've got a bunch of fucking ideas and I need to, like, sit down and think for a bit. But I'll play a few more. I'm sad that the server crash shit seems to be so regular because I want to be running, like, I want people to fucking trust the server that I'm running so they actually come back. Because, I mean, I obviously believe that I'm running the best possible version of SRB2Kart, or why would I fucking run it like I am, so, you know. But, like, when people have the fucking server crash out from under them at random, oh, I'm the best. Yeah, every server has those problems, including the official servers, but the official servers are at least labeled official servers. Haley says, if you're looking to use default controls, why not a simple left-right menu brought up before race start on like the level select or something? I don't think I can do anything on the voting screen, which is where I kind of would like to do it. I don't think I have hooks into that section of the game. I don't know. I could just do a straight up normal menu. I can do like a sound test style thing where like left and right changes ID by 1 and then fucking up and down change ID by 10. Like, it would be easy for me to just say, alright, so you use fucking directions to navigate through horns in pre-race, and that's it, and that would be the end of it. But I know there are a couple ways I can tackle this that would have, like, they would behave differently and have different advantages and disadvantages, and I'm sitting here trying to evaluate which of those is fucking, which of those count, you know? I'm fucking wild when it comes to interface design. It's why Astra, the PSO2 launcher that I worked on, did UX for that. The fucking biggest button in the UI is like 20 times larger than every other button in the UI, and it says fucking play game. That's like my philosophy on interface design. I want everything to be completely impossible to fuck up, wherever that's even remotely possible. Cat asks, do you have a thing for Sega games, or am I just imagining that since I associate you with PSO2? I mean, I was definitely a Genesis kid, by which I mean, like, before I was able to form coherent memories, I sat in front of a Genesis enjoying the flashing colors. I don't know. I don't know, I like Sega stuff. As far as, like, developers and publishers go, they're not on my shit list. I look forward to things that they do. And he says, what I was thinking is like Custom 3 brings up menu 1, 2 for left, right, and Custom 3 again confirms. And see, that would be sick. Except it requires you to have all 3 customs bound. It requires you to know what all 3 customs are. It requires me to expose the option to use Custom 3 for this in some way. Because there are no natural affordances for what custom buttons do, I have to explain what all of them do once the menu is actually open. Fucking... Some people, I have to expose the fact that custom buttons exist in the game because in standard play, nobody has to know about that. And then on top of all of that, even if I do all of these things, it breaks every mod that uses a custom button because the controls overlap. This is my rationale for avoiding using custom buttons. I would like everything to happen with default controls whenever possible, and for those default controls to behave as close as they do to the way that they do everywhere else in the game, because those are the controls that I can rely on users to actually know. It's like, Kart has a lot of fucking buttons defined by default. Like, change viewpoint? Change viewpoint is basically unused completely when you're actually racing, aka when horn change would be relevant. So I could probably use change viewpoint to pop a menu. But then I have to deal with, like, I have to expose the existence of the menu and I have to resolve situations when the menu is up but shouldn't be. Plus it adds an additional action to changing it. Why was that open? It adds an additional action to changing your horn, which is something you'll typically only have a few seconds to do anyway if I can't, like, expose it on voting screen in some way, in which case you'll have 20 seconds. Wow, incredible. Wesley says, you mean switching between third/first person? I mean the button that changes who your follow cam is following in spectator mode. That button, as far as I can tell, does fuck all by default if you're actually racing. And so, since it has no pre-existing use in the context that horn changing is relevant in, that's cool. Backspace is bound to that on keyboards. Alright, I keep forgetting that there's even a fucking first-person camera mode. So yeah, hopefully, like, by explaining some of that, you get where I'm coming from when it's like, it's not just as simple as, like, make a menu. He says, if you lock up the function with the race hearts, then it doesn't break mods like Combi. Yeah, sure. It's like, locking out those functions when the race starts is more complicated than it probably appears, but if there's a way for me to do things on the voting screen, it would be nice. Yeah, compare the fucking Chianta horn to the AU horn. AU's completely impossible to hear in comparison. It's also important to me that I keep this semantically described as horn, because taunt implies, like, kind of a more malicious use for it. Like, my intent for this kind of shit is pretty much the same as Fightcade coin button stuff. It's like, those games have taunts in them. Mashing the coin button whenever something fucking happens is not a taunt, it's an acknowledgement that you're a human playing against a human, and fucking interesting things have happened. Probably should just be drift storing on that instead. You can get a red from this anyway, so it's like, do I give a shit? That break there was a little worrying. Oh, shit. Well, I lost a fuck ton of time because I got wrong direction drift. So take a blue to make sure I have the speed here, and then... As he says, we're gonna select some S4 League announcer clips before the no vocals thing came out. No vocals isn't a hard and fast rule, it's just kind of a preference, really. Riku says, you can get a rainbow and cross that shortcut raw if you store. Oh no. What the fuck? That's crazy. Wait, you don't even need a rainbow? Think you can just lawnmower it with a red? Even as a lightweight? That's scary stuff. So yeah, that's my position on, like, horn selection. I could make it really fucking simple and just when you hit change viewpoint while in a race, it moves your horn one slot forward. And then, like, have some other thing where, like, if you're holding a button while you hit change viewpoint, it moves it one slot back. That kind of like... That's straddling a place between, like, ease of understanding and ease of implementation. Because having a button that legit isn't supposed to do anything that's bound by default is nice. I wonder if Lua can expose, like, what you currently have something bound to. Like, if I have to say press change viewpoint to change your horn, or whether I can, like, actually hook into what the fucking thing is bound to and display, like, press joy 6 to change your horn. Although, considering how unhelpful some of the, button naming stuff is, probably be best to say press change viewpoint and then in parentheses joy 6 to change horn.
I finally caught up with you.
I think this is Digimon Rumble Arena BGM, Phantasmal Cat. Let's see, I just posted my suggestion in general chat. I'll tell you what, after I fucking get done here, I'll put on like Gay Energy Next Race or something and we'll pile into text chat and have a powwow about how to do this. Dude, how do big streamers fucking handle not being able to talk to chat? That shit's insane. Part of me is like, I hope I never succeed. Goodbye, Cherno. That boost was probably not necessary or dumb. I've kind of come around to the fucking church of storing blues here. Or, chanting blues. Like, it feels like for any character that actually gets any benefit at all from charging sparks, sometimes, like, pulling together blues is way, way better than even ever going for an orange. Leslie says the 2DX horn is killing me. Somebody Scream was the best horn idea.
I finally caught up with you. Efficiently executed.
I love the check warnings that nothing has ever made it so fucking easy to hit shots.
I finally caught up with you.
Oh no, fuck. I'm dead. You had a Jaws ready to deploy. Wow. That's fucked. What were you doing with that? I'm so sad. I had fucking triple sneakers and I was comfortably like ready to overtake. Wolf says, right, I almost forgot you run 2 servers. Nice. Let me fucking scroll up in chat real quick. Oh, you made a suggestion for a horn. Literally the first sound in this video as a horn. Nice. Yeah! Yeah, I've got to remove the Ketsui Scream. That shit is ridiculous. Maybe just have a separate table of, like, super fucked up longhorns. Like stuff that can only be selected randomly. I know there's a shortcut before the first turn here, but I'm honestly kind of afraid of it. I don't know what the fuck to do with it, so I just like ignore it. Same as I ignore the bridge because I always assume somebody's gonna take it down while I'm on it. Nice. Big dodge. Oh wow, you charged red there? I think.
I finally caught up with you.
It's bad, Chief.
Damage sustained.
Well, now I'm fucked. Now it's over.
Absolutely stuff.
I think it was faster to just slip tide that and let it rock. Yeah, a little bit of break there prevents you from bouncing, which I think is probably better overall. The Ketsui scream after getting hit by an SPB. I'm so glad I made this mod. I'm still fucked though.
Decided I want to live. Damage sustained.
Bang. Wolf asks, why did she play her hit clip when you exploded at the... Fake? Yeah, that wasn't the fucking horn explosion. The horn explosion is disabled after you cross the finish now. Yeah. Diamond D-Man says, sorry about my connection shitting the bed like that. Once I noticed it was me, I dropped. Would rather drop than have you guys suffer my net spiking for no real reason. Well, I appreciate you being understanding about it, dude, and I'm sorry that happened. The etiquette that's required just to play net games in this is so nutty. Someday, complete netcode rewrite. Yeah. But honestly, it says a lot about what's here. That fucking anybody is willing to put up with the shenanigans induced by legacy code to actually play it. Least of all me, I'm like the worst about that shit. I'm supposed to like not be playing this game based on the frame rate alone. Like under normal circumstances I'd just say, okay, locked frame rate below 60. Fuck off into space forever. But it's actually just that good, so XD. Leslie says SRB2Kart Definitive Edition. Nice. Riku says, I wish people cared about SRB2 Vanilla this much. Honestly, I have half a mind to fucking check it out, given that apparently a good number of the people who are involved in this are also heavily involved in that. That's like, fuck, commutated property, right? Fuck! Stop that. $70 FPS branch someday. Silky smooth net play. Actually don't, because then I'd have to fucking update hornmod because it uses fucking... Because everything in this goddamn game is based on frames. Smart stuff through the banana, so I blew the fucking shield. I'm sitting here thinking, maybe I should look behind me. If I look behind me, I'm not gonna be able to drive. Oh, fuck, almost. Time to get going. Goodbye. What? Wow, that was a really sharp drift all of a sudden for no reason. Wow, that actually hit. I'm the best. Fickle Heart says, wow, 70 FPS is probably gonna make net play worse. Right, because fucking clients have to respond faster, servers have to run the internal simulation faster, fucking frame drops will still shit on everything. We tried it today. Oh no! It does actually work, but one of the hacks in there needs to be changed. Huh. That's the bug I'm stumped on. Ah. Honestly, Wolf has got me fucking foaming at the mouth for this shit. He's like, okay, so I'm working on a super secret branch that literally doubles the game's frame rate. Cocaine. Ow. I remember reading something in the docs about how Lua can't actually save any values to config, so you'd need to reselect your horn every time. Which is why I was leaning towards something like combat codes, because it's a very quick selection method. It doesn't need a lot of inputs, even though the complexity is a little bit higher. Like, if there's no way for me to save someone's horn preference, then for them to reset it when they join, the method has to be really smooth and really fast. I wonder if I can do this. Nope. Not without wipe zones. Maybe with Grow. I think with Grow I could probably do it. Oh no. With Grow you can do anything though. Fucking Jevil style. Ow. Oh wow, I can actually just go straight to the spikes this time. But I don't know the angles to do that since I've never done it before, so I ate shit anyway, and I would have been better off taking my normal route. Whoops. That fucking dropped Jaws location is evil. So I saw recently in Kart Crew somebody talking about like wanting to disable Mega Mix because they don't like the replacements, which is the first time I've heard anyone express that preference. It was that like reminded me, oh yeah, I probably need some kind of local disable CVAR for being able to hear horns. Because like if it doesn't modify gameplay, and if somebody knows for a fact that they don't like horns, I'm not gonna sit there and force somebody to fucking listen to horns. What happened to you? Oh no. I feel like I fucking... Is something going on where, like, the fucking Tiger Shot voice clip is playing early? I literally don't hear the T. I wonder. Is that just how that fucking effect is, or did I, like, fuck up and cut it wrong? Alright, this and then Gay Energy. And then I'm fucking done. Yeah. It's frustrating. Wait. If you blow yourself up pre-race, do you get invincibility out of the starting line?
I finally caught up with you.
Is that what's going on there? Because if so, I need to either explicitly unset invincibility, or I need to fucking not let people blow up at the start line. Because you have enough time to like mash one out and then still hit rocket boost, I think. Fucking off-road changed my angle so much. Miku asks, do you delay their respawn in that case? Yeah, I guess. Did Haley just park? Yep. Okay, so Haley confirms you can blow up and get rocket start. But can you blow up and get rocket start while fucking intangible? Because that's like a gameplay advantage. That gets into the realm of cheaty shit. So I thought I saw you intangible coming off the blocks, which is what I was concerned about. Like, I'm okay with exploding and still getting rocket. Like, as long as literally everyone in a server doesn't explode every single time and, like, lag people out of getting fucking nice horn. As long as you literally don't, like, lag people out with 10 explosions at the starting line, I think it's fine to be able to do that, but if it gives any kind of gameplay advantage, then it needs to go away. And I thought I saw you intangible, that's all. Nope. 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 Absolutely not. I'm the best. Wolf says sorry for the bullying, by the way. Something midnight. Oh, that's cool. So out of 835,000 frames, I've missed 6 and skipped 53. That's pretty good. Alright. It's time. There's only one thing that you can do in this situation. Sort of tempting to disable horn limit specifically on gay energy. Lua can probably read map names, right? The GameCube sound is so good. It's one of my favorite fucking horns. It's like, it's recognizable, but it's a little bit subtle because it doesn't play the entire sequence. It's just like the last hit.
I finally caught up with you.
I have to win gay energy every time. So I have the most gay energy. I hear that fucking lightning shield. We should turn. Oh no, this is real bad now. Uh-oh, this is real worse. Okay, never mind. We're on target. Whee! Alright. The distant sound of Let's Go Crazy. I kind of feel like I need to bump that horn up a little bit as well. So much of it is in the low frequencies, so maybe like fucking low pass it or like bump up the treble. Because the low frequencies, like the drum hit, nobody gives a shit about those. I officially have more gay energy from AJ. This is fucking slander, and I'm gone. I'm fucking done with this shit. Alright. Thanks for coming out. Good night.
Somebody scream!